Hello, good evening. My name is Richard. This is Over and Over and Over Again. We are back. We are live. And while, of course, all the focus this weekend is in Germany on the England men's team, it's a big few days for the Lionesses as well as they look to qualify for Euros 2025, of course, next summer. We currently sit third in the group going into these last two games tonight. Republic of Ireland are the opposition, and the game's being played at Carrow Road in Norwich. It's going to be a good one, so come with us and let's enjoy Lionesses Matchday Live. So it is Matchday Live, England Lionesses against the Republic of Ireland women from Carrow Road in Norwich, qualifying game, of course, for the Euro 2025. Now, the situation is quite simple, really. We have to win tonight, and we'll probably need to have to win away on Tuesday in Sweden to top the group, which means automatic qualification. If we fail to win either of those two games, it's more likely we're going to have to go into the playoffs. So these are important two games, and England need two good results. Obviously, we're going to start favourites tonight against the Republic of Ireland. They've lost all their games in the group so far, and you'd expect England to win this one, and that would then, of course, set us up nicely for Tuesday away in Sweden. Of course, Sweden play France tonight, and should France fail to win, or should that game finish in a draw, and we win tonight, and we'd go into that last game on top of the group by 2 points. So we'd only really need a point over in Sweden to qualify automatically. So we'll keep an eye on the score in that game as well. But we're going to obviously focus here at Carrow Road on the Lionesses against Republic of Ireland. And it is going to be a good opportunity to see how the team is shaping up. Obviously, we've had a bit of a breakaway since that great win in France just at the end of last season. Now, of course, we're in the middle of the summer, and we're playing these two games. Very strange timing, but I suppose they've got to fit all the games in, haven't they? Now, we've got the team news in for you, and there's one or two maybe slight surprises in the Lionesses lineup. So this is our England lineup then. So in goal it is Hannah Hampton. Mary Earp's not quite fit enough, they saying. The back four then, Maya Letitia comes in at right back, a little bit of a surprise there. Captain Leah Williamson, Alex Greenwood moves to centre back, and Jess Carter is left back. The three in midfield, not too many changes there. Kira Walsh, Georgia Stanway, but Jess Park comes in the number 10 position. And then the front three is the usual front three, of course. Lauren Hemp, Alessia Russo and Beth Mead. So Mary Earps and Kiara Keaton on the bench, along with Lucy Bronze, Millie Bright, Neve Charles, Esme Morgan, Millie Turner, Ella Toone, Grace Clinton, Chloe Kelly, Aggie Beaver-Jones and Jessica Naz. Obviously, the Republic of Ireland team, most of them do play in England. In fact, all of them, apart from one, I think, play in England, either the WSL or the Championship. So it's Courtney Brosnan in goal. They're back for former Arsenal defender Anna Patton, Neve Fay, Caitlin Hayes and Afai Menion. In midfield, it's Rusha Littlejohn, Lily Agg and Jessica Zhu. And up front, it's Emily Murphy, Amber Bartlett and the captain, Denise O'Sullivan. No Katie McCabe, of course. No Katie McCabe for the Republic of Ireland tonight. She is suspended because, unbelievable as I know, she's got too many yellow cards. Who would have thought? Katie McCabe's got too many yellow cards and she's suspended for this game tonight. So we're not going to see Katie McCabe tonight, unfortunately, which is a shame, isn't it? It would have been nice to have played against her, wouldn't it, as good as she is. But England are going to obviously start favourites tonight. You'd imagine we'll win this game. We need a score prediction. I am going to go with a big, comfortable 5-0 victory for England. What are you going for?
Oh, my God, 5-0.
Well, I just think we're too good, aren't we? Let's be honest.
Yeah, but I think we're fight.
Well, no, they'll give us a fight. But
1.5. Oh, I would say 2-0. You're big.
Okay, you go to. Well, I mean, we have to win this game, and then hopefully, if the other game is a draw, then we can qualify.
So we've got to get as many goals as possible.
Not really, just a win will do. France are playing Sweden, so if that's a draw, we win. We then would need to go to Sweden and get a draw, and we win the group. So,
right.
But we need to win our game first before we worry too much about Tuesday.
Just concentrate on us.
We've got Nathan with us. Hey there, my friend. Good to see you. He says, "Hi, Rich. How you all doing?" It's been a while. Hi, everyone. So, yeah, it's been a while. I've not been doing too much over the summer. Really wanted a break away from it all to get recharged for next season. But I think these Lionesses games are too good to miss. So we have to do them, really, don't we? Greg says, looking forward to tonight's game. Glad Bronze has been left out. She's cost us too many goals lately. She's getting too old. Glad Chelsea have got. Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you. Maya Letitia. I think Lucy Bronze has had her day, unfortunately. She's been a great player, great servant, of course. It's good to see her back in the WSL, but as you say, she's gone to Chelsea, which isn't going to strengthen Chelsea, is it, particularly? Because I think she is past it, I agree. And it'd be good to see Maya Letitia get the opportunity tonight, and let's see whether she can, stamp down that position, because I do think there's a place at right back. It's good to see, I know Millie Bright's a great player as well, but it's nice to see Leah Williamson and Alex Green with a right and left-footed centre-back partnership. I do like that. I think that's good. We know Alex Green was a great player, so there's no problem there. Royston's with us. He says it's coming home. Well, I agree with you. I think it's coming home Sunday. It's definitely coming home. It's already come home for the Lionesses, of course, and this is that we're defending this trophy, of course, tonight. It's part of the defending of it there. Royston says, you're doing a live stream on Sunday. I'm not sure yet. I don't know whether we might go out and watch it somewhere. I'm not sure. But if we're indoors, we'll probably do a live stream. I think it'd be great to do that. So we'll see what we're doing. It is going to be chocker, yeah. Greg says 5-0 seems a fair result for the first half. Well, yeah, I was only thinking for the first half, obviously. I'm sure Terry will say 10-0 or something, as we know. Royston's gone 3-0 to England. Yeah, it should be. It should be a comfortable victory in the entering. I think we'll have to work hard for it. I think Ireland will be up for the game. They'll make it difficult for us probably for the first 15, 20 minutes. And then I think we'll get a goal. We'll make the breakthrough. And then I think we'll just go on and win fairly comfortably. If we can take our chances, I think we'll score a few goals. The team is just coming out of the tunnel at Carrow Road. It's surprisingly enough, it's been raining. Who would have thought? The middle of summer, and it's been raining in Norwich. What a surprise! Anyway, England are wearing their nice tracksuit tops, actually, which look pretty smart, don't they? And Ireland, of course, will be in green and white, as you would expect. Of course, famous colours for the Republic of Ireland. We did, of course, win at the reverse fixture 2-0 earlier on in the qualifying campaign, and one of the victories, of course, that we gained. The other one was, of course, away in France. So we've actually done better away from home in this qualifying group, with wins away in France and Ireland, and we, of course, drew at home to Sweden and lost at home to France. So we need to put our home form right tonight, get the victory, and then, of course, we'll go over to Sweden on Tuesday full of confidence. So it's a big week, a big few days, isn't it, for English football? The 2 Lionesses games, and of course, in between that, a little game coming up on Sunday, which I'm not too sure what's going on Sunday. There's something, I think England are playing somewhere. I'm not quite sure, but anyway, we can look forward to all of this. It's going to be good, isn't it? Greg says hat trick for Russo. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Hat trick for Russo. I wouldn't mind seeing Beth get a goal as well or two. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Royston says cricket season starting soon. The time for the rain to start. Yeah, well, it's been raining since pretty much October last year. So I don't think it's anything to do with the cricket season this year. I just think it's just we're stuck under this big, massive cloud, and it just seems to stay with us for months. Maybe one day it might blow away one day. Oh, Katie McCabe singing the national anthem. Of course, she can't play because she decides to get some yellow cards. I don't know what's up with her, but anyway, it gives her a rest anyway, doesn't it? Before the season, we need her fit, don't we, for Arsenal with the season coming up very shortly. Of course, Arsenal made a big signing already. Mariona Caldente has already arrived, so that's exciting, isn't it? And I'm sure there's going to be some other new signings as well. We'll be getting back into it all very, very shortly with our women's show starting up in a few weeks' time. We're going to look at obviously the transfer window when we've had a few more transfers, and of course looking ahead to the Champions League qualifiers. Of course, we play Rangers first, don't we? Early September. So we're looking ahead to that one, and of course looking ahead to the season coming up, which is going to be a big season, isn't it, for Arsenal? I think this year we need to win. Maybe a slightly bigger trophy. Not that the Continental Cup is a bad trophy to win. We enjoy winning it, but it would be nice we need to win a bigger trophy this season. I'm sure we will. Anyway, it's the English national anthem, so let's have a little listen. There's a nice St George's cross in the crowd, like there was at St James's Park actually as well. I wonder if it's the same one that they've moved down to Norwich, or if they've got a new one. The camera's a little bit close in here to the players, actually, for the national anthem, which is a little bit strange. But anyway, it's what it is. Good to see Hannah Hampton in goal as well. She played really well against France when she had to come on, difficult circumstances. She did well, didn't she? And of course, she played well in the away game as well. So it's good to see her get another chance. And I think she's going to be the future England #1. I've got to be honest. I think that's where it's going to be. So we're getting ready for the kickoff here. Greg says, Walsh, the future good. Let's hope so. There's a lot of talk, isn't there? Kira Walsh may well be joining Arsenal this summer. She's out of contract, of course, at Barcelona. And yes, I do think that we're going to get, and if we do, is that the missing piece in the jigsaw for Arsenal? You know, with Cal Dente joining as well, Kira Walsh in midfield. I think that is a formula with the other squad that we've got already to go on and win the league. I think Chelsea are going to have some struggles this year with a new manager. Yes, they've bought some players. Lucy Bronze, as we mentioned, has gone to Chelsea. Not that that's going to strengthen them particularly, but yeah, I think it's a big season. Obviously, Man City are going to be a threat again, aren't they? We know who's gone there. We're not going to talk too much about that, are we? Because it's all very disappointing, and some of our comments are a bit disappointing. We'll save all of that for the Arsenal Women's Show, the first one of the season. We will talk about, of course, the depot. We've already spoken about Viv leaving, but we are going to speak about, of course, where she's gone and the effect that might have on the season as a whole. But we'll worry about that later, won't we? We've got Emerson Weber says, evening, Rich in the chat. My prediction's 3-0. Yeah, most people seem confident, don't they? Not as confident as me, apart from Greg, of course. Greg says, we've been slow signing players. All the other teams have been busy. Still need a keeper. Can't have Zinza's number. Well, we need a keeper anyway because we've got rid of our other two. I still 100% believe Daphne Van Domslaar is joining us. So I'm not particularly worried about the goalkeeper. I think that's who we're going to get. So that's going to be a good signing. And yeah, Kira Walsh comes in. We don't need to sign too many, do we? Because we've got the squad there. We just need 1 or 2 additions, and I think we'll be fine. Royston says he looks sold out. No, it does look sold out virtually, yes. I mean, every game for the Lionesses gets big crowds these days, doesn't it? And it's not surprising, is it? The football that they play, obviously the success that we've had over the last 4 or 5 years under this manager, and they're great to watch usually. I know that we went to the game at St James's against France, which maybe wasn't such a great game to watch, but overall it's good football, successful. We win a lot of games, but we need to qualify for this Euros. It'd be nice to do it automatically, won't it? Rather than have to go through the playoffs, because that's a bit of a chew in it, extra games that we can do without, I suppose. But win tonight, and then we'll look at the score from the France-Sweden game as well. Can Sweden get a result there, get a draw at least, and that will really set us up nicely, won't it, for that last game? You'd imagine France are going to beat the Republic of Ireland. So if they get a draw tonight, that'd put them on 7, 8, 9. Put them on 11 points. No, they've got 9, haven't they? 10. Put them on 13. We've got 7. So yeah, we'd have to win both our games, wouldn't we? Quite obviously, unless of course Sweden can win tonight against. We're level on points with Sweden, of course, and then of course we play them on Tuesday. So it's in our hands. Anyway, it's going to be England at kickoff. We look like we're going to be attacking a goal to our right in this first half. Georgia Stanway is ready to get the game off and underway at Carrow Road in Norwich. It looks like it might have actually stopped raining now. It was raining a bit earlier, but I think it might have actually stopped finally, which is good news, isn't it? So the pitch is going to be nice and slick. So we should see some good passing and hopefully some goals, lots of goals for England. And we are off and underway here in Norwich. Leah Williamson plays it square. Alex, I like this left-footed, right-footed centre-back. I think that's a good way to do it. And I like that sort of lineup, really. But anyway, Jess Carter's just given the ball away in midfield. So I think the first 10 minutes could be a bit more difficult for England, because I think Ireland are going to be well up for this game. Of course they are. It's I suppose you could say it's a local derby, and it's got a little bit more riding on England and Ireland. Of course, we know the history, but yeah, I'm sure they'll be bang up for this game. But once we settle, get a goal, I think we should be fairly comfortable. We've got much better players, play at a higher level than most of the Republic of Ireland players. They've got a few Championship players. They've got 1 or 2 WSL players, of course, play for teams like West Ham and I say Bristol City, but Bristol City, of course, are just relegated. Anyway, England just comfortably knocking the ball around at the moment. Leah Williamson very central. He's going to play that long ball out to the far side. It's a trademark. It's a good ball as well, actually. It's a really good ball. Finds Maya Letitia getting well forward from fullback. And if England can get an early goal, then you do feel as though it's going to be a long night for Ireland, isn't it? But, you know, these games sometimes can be difficult, can't they, at the beginning? England trying to come forward again. Maya Letitia again getting forward well. And Lauren Hemp, who seems to be playing actually on that right-hand side at the beginning of this game. And Beth Mead's over on the left, which is they do swap a lot anyway, don't they? Yeah, they're always swapping, so it's not an issue. And that's a good ball forward, but Ireland do manage to clear it away. But England have picked it up again with Alex Greenwood. I don't know if Alex Greenwood and Leah Williamson have played as a centre-back pairing too much before. I can't remember too often. It's normally Millie Bright, isn't it, when she's fit? And of course, when she wasn't fit, then Jess Carter was playing centre-back at one point. In fact, Leah Williamson and Millie Bright were both out, weren't they, for a while? So it's it's unusual to see those two playing together. But I do like that balance that I think they've got. And, with Millie Bright maybe slightly past her best as one or two of the other ones are, I think that, maybe this is going to be the future centre-back pairing going forward. Anyway, Ireland coming forward over on that far side. It was Amber Bartlett's offside. And it's going to be a free kick to England, which is taken quickly. Hannah Hampton, all in orange, actually, which is nice, isn't it? Royston says, controversial question for you. Should England allow a transgender women into the team? I can see someone trying next week. Well, obviously not, no, because you can't have transgender women playing in women's sport, can you? There needs to be their own separate category, and eventually that's probably what happened. I don't think it's fair on women that have worked hard throughout their life to get where they are to be they'd have to lose their place to someone who was born as a man who's got an extra advantage. I don't think that'd be fair. So I don't think that'll happen. I think eventually they'll maybe have their own section to play on their own. And I think that's how it should be. I don't think it's right that they mix, really. Emma says, Blackstone is not in the starting 11 for France versus Sweden match tonight. Yeah, I'm not sure whether there's a slight injury issue overall or whatever it is. I mean, to be honest with you, yes, I'd like to see her score a goal tonight so France don't win. But my biggest concern is I want to make sure our players are fresh for the start of the season, so I'm not overly concerned that, she's not necessarily starting tonight. I'm sure she'll come on at some point. And obviously they've got 2 games to play this week, as everyone has. So, we've rotated a few players as well, haven't we? I'm sure most people would have expected Lucy Bronze and Millie Bright to be in the team. So, these games are important. Of course they are. You've got to get the points to qualify, but it's also where we are in the summer. No one's quite in the flow, are they? A lot of them have just not recently come back off holiday. They've not been training with their clubs yet, or some of them have a little bit, but it's in kind of pre-season essentially, isn't it? So it's going to be, everyone's going to be at different levels of fitness, aren't they? So that's got to be a consideration. That's probably affected the England lineup as well, hasn't it? England still in possession over on that far side. Maya Letitia getting forward very Lucy Bronze-like, isn't she? She's almost playing as a winger out there. Anyway, Georgia Stanway now coming forward, plays it in. That's a lovely ball. Russo's in, surely she's going to score. Found the keeper. Oh, Russo gives us the lead. 4.5 minutes. Gets in there, Russo. What a great goal that was. Was it Beth Mead's little ball through as well? That was amazing. What a great bit of play that was as well, actually. Georgia Stanway it was. Played it in. I think it was Beth Mead with a lovely little ball. And Russo, in between the 2 Ireland defenders, took it round the keeper and slotted it in. That's a great goal. What a lovely move of football as well that was. Look at this. 2 or 3 little passes there. Stanway play. It was Beth Mead. Lovely first-time ball. Look at that flick there. Brilliant. And then Russo saying, thank you very much. I will snuffle that up all day long. And she has done. Brilliant goal that was. Great team goal. A great finish. Just brilliant stuff, actually. Great football. And 4 minutes in, England are taking the lead. So it's going to be, as I said, a very long night, I feel, for Ireland. I do think we are now set up, aren't we, to go on and win this game quite comfortably now. You'd be amazed if there's any other result here. But, you never know. But, yeah, that's what we needed, wasn't it? An early goal to settle us down. And what a great goal it was as well. Brilliant stuff. Royston says, damn, that's my last hope of football success. Yeah, well, we'd all try it, couldn't we? That's what we should maybe try and do. Greg says, come on, England, good goal. Well taken by Roos. That was a great goal, wasn't it? Royston says, England, indeed. It was a great goal, wasn't it? It was lovely football. That's what I like to see. It was really good football and a lovely finish. And, it says there, Russo's got 5 goals in 3 games. That's pretty good, isn't it? That must be in this qualifying section, is it? She must have scored in every... Oh, no, she didn't score against France, did she, in the first game? Anyway, Greg says that she's going to be prolific next season. Well, let's hope so. That was the main thing missing from last season, wasn't it? She played well. She had some great games, but maybe didn't quite score the number of goals that we hope she might. In the end, it was Stina that got most of the goals, wasn't it? And I'm sure she will again. But yeah, I think we need. We could do with Leslie scoring 15 to 20 goals next season, and we know Stina's going to chip in with a load as well, and that's what we're going to need, aren't we? And I'm sure Caldente is going to get a few as well. We've got some great attacking players, haven't we? Chloe Lacasse, Caitlin Ford. It's amazing, isn't it? Beth, of course, is going to score some goals as she usually does. And you got an assist tonight so far. And England looking quite sharp, actually, considering it's pre-season now. Georgia Stanway, she's going to have a run. She's going to try a shot from distance. It's opened up in front of her. Oh, why didn't she shoot?
Oh, she should have shot.
It opened up in front of her there, and she could have tried a shot.
She
just took it on a little bit too
Normally
far.
She would. She's not frightened to take a shot.
She scored a lot of goals from that sort of position. And she ran with the ball for about 15 yards, got to the edge of the ball, hit it there. And she took that extra touch, and in the end, it just rolled through to the goalkeeper, Courtney Brosnan. And that was a big chance for England to get a second goal. And that would have certainly sealed the victory tonight and set us up for what could be a very enjoyable evening for the Lionesses. But Republic of Ireland coming forward themselves, actually, their first real attack. Yes. Shot comes in from the edge of the box, but it's comfortable save there for Hannah Hampson. That was Bartlett there, Amber Bartlett with a shot. Barrett, sorry, not Bartlett. I wrote it down on my sheet. Anyway, it was a comfortable save in the end for Hannah Hampson, first real action that she's had to get involved in. The England goalkeeper. And yeah, we got to keep concentrating, haven't we? Because although it seems like this game's going to be comfortable, it's easy to switch off, isn't it? And make silly mistakes. And we don't want to do that. We don't want to give Ireland any encouragement. And we want to just get this game won. And Anna Patton's just done a good tackle there on. Well, actually, it was Caitlin Hayes. They look quite similar, actually, don't they? Anyway, Anna Patton, of course, former Arsenal player, is playing for Ireland tonight. Of course, she didn't play for Arsenal when Leslie was there, but of course she did when Leah and Beth. So she'll know them quite well. Anyway, Jess Carter's going to take this throw for England on this near side. And it's going to come to the edge of the box. Jess Park with a shot from distance. Oh, it almost dipped in.
That was good.
In fact, I think the flag was up over on that far side anyway. But I mean, time seems to start. It was handball. Russo's handball it was. The rest was already gone. And in fact, that was going to go in the top corner. That would have been a great goal in actual fact. It wouldn't have counted, actually, which was a shame. And it was just tipped over the bar anyway by Courtney Brosnan. And it's going to be a free kick to Ireland. 9 minutes played. And it is England 1, Ireland 0. That great goal from Leslie Russo has given England the lead. And Greg says, I hope the men's team is watching this, not dropping back after scoring. Well, yeah, that's the danger, isn't it? If you remember the last Euros final when the men played, we scored, didn't we, after about 2 minutes. And then we just dropped deeper and deeper, didn't we, the longer the game went on. And my fear on Sunday is that we don't score early and go in front too early, because that's what will happen. And against Spain, you can't afford to drop off. You have to push up the pitch. You have to keep them away from your goal as much as you can. So, yeah. I do think we'll win on Sunday, but I don't want us to score too early, because we've seen it happen too many times under Gareth Southgate. The semi-final of the World Cup against Croatia, we scored after about 2 minutes, drop deeper, and end up losing. And the same with that final against Italy. So let's see what happens. But yeah, this is what I like about watching the Lionesses team, actually, the way that we don't sit back. We don't know how to really, do we? We're always playing on the front foot, no matter who we're playing, whether we're playing at one of the top teams in the world or whether we're playing one of the lesser teams like tonight. We want to get the ball forward. We want to play football. We want to get it in the other team's half. And regardless of the score, the situation in the game, we'll always do it. And that's one of the reasons why I like women's football more, because it hasn't got that cynical defensive edge to it really yet. It will probably come as more money gets into it, more is at stake. But for the time being, it's much more enjoyable to watch for that reason, isn't it? And I think the Euros has been quite a poor tournament in terms of exciting football, whereas the women's Euros 2 years ago was an amazing spectacle of football. So, and I think that sums up where the two sort of sports are at the minute. But anyway, if England win on Sunday, I don't care if it's a scrappy, horrible 1-0 victory, as long as we win. But I don't think the tournament's been a great advert for men's football, has it? Let's be honest. Whereas the Euros 2 years ago was a fantastic advert for women's football, and you can see the effect it's had, the crowds and stuff that we've seen since. And yeah, long way that Ireland's given the ball away in a dangerous area. Lauren Hemp's popped back up over on that far side again, I don't know what she's doing over there, actually. I don't know why she's playing over that side. Anyway, it's just strange to see her over on the left, over on the right rather than the left. But anyway, she's doing well so far. Alex Greenwood tries to thread the ball through, actually, to Lauren Hemp, but it was cut out, and Ireland are struggling a little bit to get the ball out at the moment, and they're putting themselves under a bit of pressure there. Oh, the kick out with the defender only finds Beth Mead inside the area on this near side. Tries to get across, it's blocked, actually. That was good defending there. And I think that might have been Anna Patton that time, actually. Obviously, she'll know Beth Mead pretty well. Anyway, England are still in possession. Jess Park touches it off to Kira Walsh, soon to be an Arsenal player, of course. In fact, we might call her an Arsenal player anyway, shall we? Just because why not? She's not actually, technically, she's not with a club at the moment because her contract at Barcelona's up. So she just hasn't signed at Arsenal yet. Or maybe she has, maybe they just haven't announced it. Who knows? Anyway, we're pretty confident she's coming along with Daphne Van Domselaar, and that'll be, I think that'll be our lot, and that'll do. That will do for me for this summer. That'll be a great transfer window. Greg says attacking is the best form of defence. Someone should tell Southgate. Well, they should do. Anyway, Jess Park on a run on the edge of the box. She maybe could have got a shot away. Beth Mead probably will have a shot. Does have a shot just over the top. In fact, it was deflected there. That's the one thing with Beth. You know she'll have a shot. She's not shy of shooting, is she? Jess Park could have had a shot there again on the edge of the box. It opened up. She maybe took an extra touch, but Beth got the ball out of her feet. It was deflected over. It's a corner to England. I think it's the first corner, actually. It was Mannion who blocked that. I don't know if she's still at Man United, is she? She certainly used to be. We've got Jackie says, I love this women's team. They never park the bus. No, I don't think they know how to park the bus. I don't think they do. They just want to go out and play football, don't they? It is great to watch. Anyway, we've got a corner. Could make it 2-0 here. Alex Greenwood, unusual to see a centre-half taking corners. Anyway, so into the near post, headed away. Maybe wasn't the best corner, actually. Anyway, it's only come out to Letitia. And England still going forward. Burst forward from Letitia, ball into the box. Beth Mead again tried to thread that ball through. That worked for the goal. But Ireland read that one a little bit better and have managed to clear the ball away. Although they've run into trouble. And now England coming forward again. Again, it was Russo played out to the far side. Lauren Hemp, that's a good save, actually. Oh. Can Russo turn it in from a tight angle? Across the goal. And then just Carter with a shot. Straight at the goalkeeper. Wow, it was all happening there. It was all happening in the Republic of Ireland 6-yard box there. England just putting the pressure on. Leah Williamson won the ball back. Lovely ball there from Jess Carter. And then Lauren Hemp's shot was well saved, actually, by Courtney Brosnan. Russo tried to turn it in. It was cleared away. And then Jess Carter's shot was straight into the arms of the goalkeeper. But England had a couple of chances there to get that second goal. Lauren Hemp trying to curl it into that far corner. And then it was Jess Carter's shot. And that was the sort of incident where England got the penalty the other night, wasn't it? When the shot comes in and then the defender trying to block it hits the attacker. We got a penalty like that the other night, but it wasn't a penalty there. And obviously it's the right decision because we were lucky the other night to get that one, wasn't we? But we'll take it. We've not had too much luck in tournaments over the years, have we? Anyway, Courtney Brosnan kicks it down the pitch for Ireland, but it's headed back by Leah Williamson. It's gone out now for a throw. Over on that far side, Lauren Hemp couldn't quite keep the ball in. And Republic of Ireland, you feel, are just about hanging on at the moment. We could have got that second goal just a few minutes ago. We've only played 15 minutes. And a second England goal now, you do feel as though it would be, could then be. Maybe my score prediction could come true. It still might. Anyway, Ireland are coming forward now over on that far side. While it's only 1-0. It's always a little bit dodgy, isn't it? You know, one little mistake or one moment of magic from one of the Ireland players, and who knows? Gregor said, just got here, who scored? Of course, there's only one player who's going to score, my friend. Of course, it was Leslie Russo, set up by Beth Mead. It was a goal made at Arsenal, wasn't it? In fact, Leah Williamson was involved, I'm sure, in the move. It was a great move, actually. And Beth Mead just touched a lovely little flick through to Russo, took it round the keeper, slotted in. Fantastic goal. That was after just 4 minutes. And since then, England have dominated, really, and looking for the second goal now on that far side. Maya Letitia has got forward really well, actually, but she can't quite get on the end of that one. And Ireland clear it away, but not very far, because Leah Williamson steps in. But Lauren Hemp can't keep the ball. But in fact, Jess Parks picks it up now. Again, she's having a little run. She's a really good player with the ball. Beth Mead must score. Oh, it's a good save, actually. And Beth Mead with a follow-up. That's 2 good saves now by Courtney Brosnan there in the Ireland goal. Beth Mead looked odds on to score there, actually. There's another good move. Jess Park heavily involved. She's playing well actually here. Lovely ball. Beth Mead's first time shot. It was well blocked, and then on the follow-up, Beth Mead's committed a foul trying to force the ball in. Maybe not a strongest side or left foot, is it, Beth? It was a decent strike, but maybe a little bit too close to the keeper. Had it been on her right foot, you do feel it would have been a goal. But it is a free kick in the end to Ireland. I say Beth trying to get on the end of the rebound, committed a foul. But Jess Park again running with the ball. And this time she made the right choice of a little layoff to Beth. And she's having a good game, Jess Park, actually. A rare start for her. She's come off the bench quite a lot and made a bit of an impact in some games, isn't she? So nice for her to get a start in that number 10 position. Of course, Lauren James is injured. And Ella Toon is on the bench. They're the two players who normally sort of fill that role, don't they? Anyway, the ball's gone out on this near side and it's going to be a throw to England, which Jess Carter will take. It looks like they've got safe standing behind that goal at Carrow Road. A lot of grounds have safe standing. Now, maybe it's time Arsenal took that on board, got some safe standing. Certainly behind one of the goals would be nice, wouldn't it? Maybe the North Bank. But anyway, maybe they were. Jess Park again, sorry, a lovely run. She's such a good dribbler of the ball. Now there's some space over on the far side. Georgia Stanway's going to find Maya Tissier. It's a decent cross. Oh, the header there, almost. Leslie Russo getting on the end of it. Again, it's really good football from England. Moving the ball quickly, getting it out wide. Lovely first time cross there from Letitia. And just a little bit too high for Russo to be able to direct her header on target. But again, it was great football. A lovely cross. And Russo was very, very close to her second goal of the night. And that would have been another really good goal. Anyway, there must be an injury or something because everyone's got to cross over to the touchline over on the far side. I'm not quite sure what's going on here, actually. Is there an injury to somebody? The Ireland players are going over for a drink and a chat with the manager. Has a player gone down? I haven't seen an injury, so I'm not too sure what's happening here. But there seems to be a break in play. England have gone across as well for a drinks break, so there must be some injury somewhere. Not too sure what's going on at the minute. But anyway, the game's kind of been briefly held up. But if there's an injury to the Ireland defender there who tried to get in, block Russo's header, just showing a goal again. Lovely. That's a lovely goal, actually. I mean, Russo took it well, easily skipped around the keeper and then slotted it in. But the flick from Beth Mead to make it was absolutely incredible as well. And Serena enjoyed it, didn't she? Why not? Of course, you know, when things like that you probably work on training, don't you? The interactions between the players. I mean, obviously, Beth and Leslie are training together all the time, aren't they? But that's the sort of things that you work on, isn't it? And it's nice when they do come off. It is raining again in Norwich, by the way, just to give you a weather report. It's probably going to be raining everywhere quite soon. But Jackie says, if Klopp managed the men's team, we sure will play attacking football. Well, yeah, we'd play a lot more attacking football. But whether it would be as effective, I don't know. I mean, I think we've all been frustrated by watching the football for the men's team in this tournament, but we're in the final. So, you know, we could have played attacking football in some of the other games and lost. But we've done what we've done and we've got through and got the results. So, you know, I suppose you have to take it, don't you? If you play boring football and you lose, then you can really be upset, can't you? But if you play boring football and you win, as Arsenal fans, we're not used to it in recent years, but we grew up with it, so it's not like a shock, really, is it? But yeah, obviously you want to play great football and win as well, don't you? Like the women did in the Euros 2 years ago. Anyway, Ireland coming forward now, mistake on this near side. Alex Greenwood was caught out. And a cross comes in, but there's no danger there. Hannah Hampton can easily get that ball. But a little bit of a sloppy play there over on this near side by Alex Greenwood. Tried to clear the ball away, and it was Emily Murphy. You can't have an Ireland team without a Murphy in it, can you, really? And she did well initially, but then the cross wasn't great, and it was easily dealt with by Hannah Hampton. And we've played 21 minutes, coming up to the midway point in this first half. England 1, Republic of Ireland 0, and it's been a very comfortable opening 22 minutes or so for England. But it is only 1-0, and, you know, a 1-0 lead is never is never really a good enough lead, is it? Whoever you're playing, any team can get a goal. Any team can score against anyone. So, you know, we need to get that second goal, don't we?
Yeah, we do.
Just to settle us down, and you know, we can then go on and I say enjoy the football. But while it's 1-0, you just never know. Even though England have been a much better team. Greg says, typical Chelsea player Carter playing us into trouble. Yeah, it wasn't a great ball from Jess Carter, but Alex Green, we should have dealt with it better maybe as well. But anyway, it didn't matter in the end. But they're the sort of mistakes when you play against the top teams in the big tournaments where you get punished. And luckily, we got away with that one. But we won't always be that lucky, will we? Certainly not on Tuesday against Sweden. They're a good side, aren't they? So that's going to be a tough game. But we went over to France and won. There's no reason why we can't go over to Sweden and win. So, but let's win this game first, which we still haven't done yet. Anyway, Ireland coming forward now. We're just giving the ball away again. A few sloppy minutes here, but again, Ireland don't really have the quality, do they, to punish us when we do make those mistakes. And I suppose if you're going to make mistakes in a game, make mistakes in a game like this rather than in the games against the better teams where you do get punished. So I suppose, you know, it is only pre-season, so we aren't going to be as sharp as we will later on. Anyway, Beth Mead and Lauren Hemp are still on the opposite wings to normal all the way through this game so far. Normally they keep swapping, don't they? But they haven't done tonight so far. And Beth is still on the left, although she's been quite effective because she's got an assist and almost scored. So I suppose it's working. Although Lauren Hemp's not really had any impact at all in this game. Anyway, Ireland coming forward this time on the near side. And they've had a good spell here, Ireland, actually. But again, you see, they get the ball into that final third. They don't quite have the quality, do they, to create too many opportunities against us. Anyway, Russo drops deep to pick the ball up, lays it off. And England back in possession with Leah Williamson. So far, one of only 2 England captains ever to lift a major trophy. Will there be a third England captain on Sunday lifting a major trophy for England? We shall see. But anyway, we'll worry about that on Sunday. That is going to be an incredible night, isn't it? First England men's team to reach a final on foreign side. Of course, the Lionesses reached the World Cup final in Australia last summer. So the 4th summer in a row that an England senior team has been in the final. It's incredible, really, isn't it? When we waited years and years and years to get one final. Now we've had 4, not quite 4 in a row, because there was, of course, that horrible Winter World Cup where England got knocked out in the quarter-final. But 4 summers in a row, incredible. And, of course, next summer is the Women's Euros in Switzerland. And, of course, should we qualify at this group, which hopefully we will do, then we could have a chance to make it 5 summer finals in a row, couldn't we? Because you do fancy that the Lionesses in a tournament are going to be a threat. There's no doubt with the players that we've got, the experience that we've got now. So, and of course the manager that we've got. So yeah, I think as long as we can qualify for next summer's Euros, it would be another chance of another final. That would be something special, wouldn't it? Be 3 tournaments in a row for the Lionesses, 3 finals. Well, who would have ever thought that this would happen? We've got hi everyone. I last heard from you on the 18th of May. How's everyone? Was it the 18th of May? I wasn't keeping track of it. It may well have been. That was obviously the end of the season, wasn't it? So yeah, good to see you. Hope you're well. You know, it's a bit of a strange time of this game, isn't it? In the middle of summer. Well, it's supposed to be summer, but yes, it's good to be back, and it's good to see the Lionesses again. We'll of course cover the game on Tuesday night as well against Sweden, which is going to be the decisive one, isn't it? You do feel. Because obviously it looks as though England are going to win this game, you do feel, and then it's all going to rest on Tuesday night, whether or not we qualify automatically or we have to rely on the playoffs, which it's never fun, is it? We've seen playoffs not go too well in the past, so let's hope we don't have to do that. But that's a poor throw there from Jess Carter again, and Jess Park was put under pressure, but England do manage to win the ball. And yeah, we have been a bit sloppy. Just Carter again, actually, with a sloppy first touch. She's not having a great first half. Anyway, England pick the ball up again. Jess Park plays out to that far side to Lauren Hemp. Chance for her to have a little run with the ball. She's not had too much of the ball, actually, in his opening 26 minutes. Jess Parker has had a lot of it now. She's got it again over on that far side. Finds Maya Letitia getting forward well again. Leah Williams into Kira Walsh. Those two will be playing together at Arsenal next season. England still in possession again. Kira Walsh played out to that far side, and England keeping possession, but maybe overplayed it a little that time over on that far side. And Ireland won the ball back. And it's gone out for a throw to England. So, yeah, that was maybe one or two passes too many that we didn't need to make. We could have maybe tried to get a crossing a bit sooner or get the ball in towards the box, but a little bit of overplaying again. And Ireland now in possession in midfield. I'm sure they will look at to try and win a set piece, because that's going to probably be their best chance of getting a goal in this game. But it's gone through to Hannah Hampton. Made that one little save she had to make. It was a comfortable save, wasn't it? Other than that, she's had very little to do. The England goalkeeper, should be an easy night for her, you do feel. And will she play on Tuesday? We still don't know the full fitness of Mary Earps, so we're not too sure. But Hannah Hampton's done nothing wrong, has she, since she came into the team after Mary's injury at St James's Park, and she's done so well, hasn't she, in the game that she's played? So she deserves, as long as she doesn't do some silly mistakes in the rest of this game, she probably deserves to start against Sweden. But will Serena go with the tried and trusted Mary Earps, of course, has joined PSG for the new season, having left Manchester United. Not too happy, was she, with the way things are going at Man United? They seem to be losing a few players this summer. Have we seen the end of their brief kind of spell near the top end of the WSL? Won the FA Cup, though, didn't they, this season? Anyway, the ball was out of play, and England have got one a throw, which they've taken quickly. Kira Walsh trying to dictate the play in the middle of the park. Plays it out to Leah Williamson on halfway. Now it's with Letitia over on that far side. Despite the fact that you'd think she's not, and she is from Guernsey. She's not actually related to Matt Letitia, as far as I'm aware. Which you wouldn't imagine there'd be lots of Letitia families in Guernsey, would you? But anyway, apparently there must be, because I don't think they're related at all. But anyway, it's nice to see a Letitia playing for England again, isn't it? Because Matt never really got too many caps, did he, unfortunately, for the talent that he had. I think we all know the problem wasn't really his talent, was it? It was more his application, maybe. Anyway, Ireland coming forward there, and that was some good defending. It had to be good defending by Alex Greenwood, or Ireland might have had a chance there, and Jess Carter can complete the clearance. But it's got a bit sloppy from England, hasn't it? Last, 5-10 minutes. We started really brightly, and one player who is looking bright is Jess Parker. That's a good ball forward, looking for Russo. Russo's got the wrong side of the defender. Russo on this near side, she needs some support. Lauren Hemp's on the far side. Beth Mead, she pulls it back to Beth Mead. Can she get the shot away? Lovely feet. The shot's deflected. Russo there needed maybe a little bit more support. She did so well on this near side, but when she got to the byline, she had to wait for some support. Beth supplied it. Lovely feet initially, actually cut inside. Looked to get that shot away, but again, it was deflected. But you do feel as though if we can get Beth on the ball inside that penalty area, she is going to score a goal tonight. She's looking quite sharp in there, making some good runs, and Russo's looking sharp as well. And that was another good piece of play from the England number 9, already with one goal to her name tonight. Seems a long time ago now, actually. Maybe it's about time we scored another one. Now we are coming forward again with Georgia Stanway. Thought about a shot. Instead found Lauren Hemp. Thinks a cross up, but there's no England player in there. Not a great header away. That only falls to Jess Park. Finds Beth Mead. She had to stretch for that, but she does find Jess Carter. Jess Carter's cross. Not a bad ball, actually, but the goalkeeper, Courtney Brosnan, comes out and claims it. And another England attack comes to nothing. But it was a little bit brighter from England. So we've had a little bit of a sloppy spell, really, haven't we? We've just dropped down our levels a little bit, and we could do with maybe something to spark us back again, and maybe that last little attack might help to do that. But again, Ireland have picked the ball up in midfield. That's a nice play, actually, and it's the captain coming forward there, O'Sullivan, Plays the ball out to that far side, and suddenly Republic of Ireland hunting for this equaliser. Played back again to O'Sullivan, lining up across towards the far post, but Jess Carter's there, heads it away. Again, that's not a great header, actually. The ball's fired back into the box again, but Alex Green was there. Russo picks it up, touches it off to Beth Mead on this near side. And England not rushing, they're taking their time, playing it around at the back, and then Alex Green was long ball. Again, that wasn't very accurate either, actually, but that's really good play there from Georgia Stanway to win the ball back, and England have regained possession. 32 minutes played here at Carrow Road in Norwich, of course, a championship ground these days since their relegation from the Premier League. I'm sure they'll be back again at some point soon. Got a good recent history, haven't they, of being a Premier League club. Anyway, England trying to come forward, get over on that far side. Lauren Hemp, but she's tackled there, and the ball's now gone out. It's going to be a throw to Ireland. Still England 1, Ireland 0. Russo's goal after 4 minutes. We thought that was going to maybe open the floodgates. We was maybe expecting a few more goals by now. And England have, I don't think struggle is the right word, but we haven't created too much, have we, really? 1 or 2 efforts. Beth Mead's had a couple of efforts. The goalie's had to make a couple of good saves, but we've not really been at our free-flowing best after a really, really bright start. It's gone a little bit flat, hasn't it? And we need another spark again. And Russo is trying to provide it there, closing down Anna Patton, of course, the former Arsenal defender. Anyway, Ireland did manage to keep possession, but Georgia Stanway's putting them under a bit of pressure there. And Ireland playing themselves into a little bit of trouble here, but they managed to get away with it, actually. And Niamh Faye plays it back to the goalkeeper. And it's still 1-0. The Ireland goalkeeper, Courtney Brosnan's going to kick this long into the centre circle, and Alex Greenwood loses out the header, and suddenly Ireland are looking dangerous again. They're quite good in midfield, Ireland, actually, but as soon as they go into the final third, they don't seem to have too much quality at all. Maybe missing Katie McCabe would have maybe helped them tonight. But they certainly kept themselves in this game when it looked as though it was going to quickly run away from them. So you have to give them credit for that. But I think a lot of that's just down to England just lacking a little bit of sharpness, actually. And Ireland trying to come forward again up this near side. I think they've targeted Jess Carter as maybe the weakness in this defence. And they're enjoying a good little spell here, Ireland. Keeping possession. Greg says there, Hemp looks lost on the right. Well, she's not had any impact in the game, has she, really? And usually she's the one player that creates so many problems. And yeah, I'm not sure if that's really worked, has it? I don't know why the switch hasn't happened, because they quite often switch 2 or 3 times each half, don't they? But they've stayed that way round and it hasn't worked. Well, it hasn't worked for Lauren Hemp because she's had little impact at all. I think Beth's done okay, but she's not had a massive amount of impact on the ball, has she? So I'm not sure that's really working. But maybe Serena's trying it. Maybe she's just wanting to see how it works. Maybe it's an experiment for future games. I don't know. But this isn't a friendly. This is a qualifying game. It's important. We have to win. And it's not really the game to try too many experiments, is it? Not unless you're 2 or 3-0 up and you can maybe try things in. But anyway, they have played on this way round before, but not for this long. They usually swap, don't they? And they haven't done. I don't know why. But anyway, let's see what happens. But we are winning, so we can't grumble too much. 10 minutes to go until half time. And England just knocking the ball around there. Williamson and Kira Walsh just getting used to playing together, because they're going to be playing together this season, of course, very soon when Kira Walsh joins Arsenal. And the ball goes back to Hannah Hampton. Oh, and Hannah Hampton takes a bit of a risk there, coming out of the penalty area, and as she lost the ball, we could have been in trouble, but she actually did well. So fair play to her. She overran the ball initially, and now England got a chance on the counter-attack. Kira Walsh, that's a lovely ball threaded through to Lauren Hemp over on that far side. Can she get across, and she finds Georgia Stanway. Letizia is free over on the edge of the penalty area, right over on that far side. Plays it back to Lauren Hemp. The momentum's gone out of this attack now. England still in possession. Kira Walsh, Georgia Stanway, threads it through. Lauren Hemp's in. Can she get the finish? Oh, it's good goalkeeping. Actually came out quickly there. Courtney Brosnan and Lauren Hemp. almost trying to get in a similar position to where Russo scored from. That was Georgia Stanway's ball. Maybe it was just slightly over hit, but Lauren Hemp didn't give it up. She's never going to give it up. She almost took it round the keeper, actually, but the keeper did well, pushed the ball back out onto Lauren Hemp, and it is a goal kick. But Hannah Hampton, they almost caught out, put under a bit of pressure, wasn't she, Hannah Hampton? And wow, that was not really what she was looking to do there. She did nutmeg the Ireland player, but then overran the ball, and it almost fell to Denise O'Sullivan, and Hampton recovered well, though. But England almost had an opportunity to get a second goal straight after that at the other end. And now Ireland are giving the ball away, and Jess Park will have a run with it again. She's had a really good first half, Jess Park. She's a good little player, actually. And she's done really well in England, looking to try and get this second goal. Kira Walsh plays out to that far side to Maya Letizia. I think she had a decent first half as well, actually. There was a foul there, but England play on because we've got the ball and then we've given it away. Maybe that wasn't a good advantage, but it's not the referee's fault. The referee played the advantage. We didn't take advantage, and we've given the ball away. It was a foul. Clearly, the referee was going to give it, but we had possession. But there you go. Gregory says that Hannah Hampton likes to keep us on our toes. Well, she kept us on our toes a bit there, didn't she? We're a little bit overplaying it, but anyway, she got away with it, so it's fine. We'll let her off. Anyway, maybe she was just getting bored because she hasn't had much to do, has she? So she maybe wanted to get involved. Jackie says if we score 2, then 3, then 4, I trust these days. I'm sure I'm sure the goals will come later on. You know, we've got some players on the bench as well to come on who you know, Ella Two, Chloe Kelly, Aggie Beaver Jones. You expect will probably come on in this game. You know, we've got goals on the bench as well, haven't we? So I'm sure we will get those goals. But it's been a little bit frustrating, hasn't it? This first half, it's just not. You know, I think we all thought after 4 minutes we'd be 4-0 up by now. It hasn't quite worked out like that. And you got, give Ireland credit. They haven't just folded and collapsed. They've kept themselves in it. They've worked hard. But I just don't think we've played particularly well, and not as well as I thought we were going to after such a good start. But anyway, we still got to get this game won. It certainly hasn't. It's not won yet, is it? Anyway, Ireland's trying to come forward now. Anna Patton with a good ball up this near side. But Ireland are going to give it away there. Bethmead almost won it back. But in the end, it was Mannion managed to keep possession. And Ireland have grown into this game. You have to say they have really grown into this first half without really creating anything to worry us too much. But anyway, Courtney Brosnan, the goalkeeper there, is going to kick it out. Has that gone out for a throw to England? Yeah, it has. It looked like it had. And Jess Carter is going to take this throw. I do think there's an issue with the left-back position for England. We haven't really got a natural left-back, have we? Anyway, just part with another lovely run forward. Tried to thread the ball through to Alessia Russo, but maybe she overcomplicated that pass a little bit. And Ireland managed to clear it away. And now they're coming forward up this near side. Yeah, I do think the left-back is the problem position, isn't it, for this England team? I mean, Alex Greenwood has played there. She's left-footed. I do think she's better at centre-back. But maybe, you know, Millie in at centre-back and Alex Greenwood left-back. I don't know. That seems to be a weak area in this team. It's been... I mean, when you go back to the Euros, we were playing Rachel Daly at left-back. Although she did well, it's not her natural position. Now we're playing Jess Carter there. That's not really her natural position. I know Niamh Charles has played there and she does play there for Chelsea, but I don't really think she's real top quality left back. I don't think it's a problem position. But anyway, Ireland got a corner and it's going to be Little John with the corner towards the edge of 6 yard box. Hannah Hampton comes and punches it clear. In fact, she's won a free kick anyway. And it's going to be a nice set piece for England to get the ball away. But it wasn't a bad corner, actually. Leah Williams there chatting to the referee, not too sure what the issue was there. It must have been a foul on the goalkeeper, you imagine. But Hannah had got her punch away anyway. It wasn't that she didn't get there. It was, I don't know why the referee gave the free kick. But anyway, we've taken it. And Serena, they're looking a little bit concerned on the bench. It hasn't been such a great performance. And maybe, you know, we touched on it before, didn't we? It is technically pre-season. And I suppose, you know, normally you'd be playing friendlies at this point, not actual competitive international games. So I suppose you've got to take it into account as well. We have been a little bit sloppy at times in possession. We haven't maybe found our rhythm. But as long as we win the game, get this one out of the way, and then we can prepare for what's going to be a bigger test, isn't it, on Tuesday against Sweden. If again a little bit sloppy with the passing, but Letizier's done well. And again, we've given the ball on the edge of the box, and that was Kira also unusually, actually. And it's just sort of creeping into everybody now, isn't it? Anyway, we are coming forward now. Georgia Stanway can get the ball up this near side. Beth Mead. We haven't made use of the wings particularly well in this first half. And is that because we're playing the inverted wingers anyway? Georgia Stanway's done well. And he's come out to this near side to Jess Carter. Beth Mead's just pulled off, gets the ball. She's going to line across up towards that far post. It's a decent ball. Lauren Hemp was coming in, couldn't quite get there. It was an Ireland head. And they've managed to keep it in over on that far side as well to prevent a corner. But England again trying to press, but that's a throw to Ireland over on that far side. And yeah, it's not quite flowing, is it, for England? And I'm sure there's going to be some changes at half time, which is 2.5 minutes away. I would be swapping the two wingers over for a start, playing them on their natural side. I think that would help with our attacking play. That would be the first change I would make without changing any of the players necessarily. But I would expect maybe one or two maybe subs at half time, because it hasn't been a great performance. France have beaten Sweden 1-0, which isn't a good result for us, is it? We need Sweden to get something there tonight, whether it's a draw or a win. And France are in the lead. And that would pretty much mean they've won the group, because you imagine they'll beat this Ireland team on Tuesday. It'd be a major shock if they didn't. And then we wouldn't be able to catch them even if we go to Sweden and win. So, yeah, we need Sweden to do us a favour. Get Stina Blackstenius on. I'm sure she will score a couple of goals in the second half and give Sweden the win. And then that'll be great, won't it? And then it'll be in our hands. Awesome. Great play there from Russo over on that far side. She's been very lively for England, even if some of the others haven't. She's in the penalty. She needs a bit of help, though. Beth Mead was trying to get there, and the cross was deflected into safety of the goalkeeper. Again, though, Russo's done really well. She's been lacking a little bit of support a couple of times when she's got forward. She's been very isolated. And again, it was Beth Mead trying to get up there with her. But the cross didn't look like it was going to reach her anyway, in actual fact. Nathan says, little sloppy this. Yeah, no, it has been, absolutely. It's been very sloppy. It's almost like getting an early goal. Instead of pushing us on, it seems to have dropped us back down again. Anyway, as things stand, with us winning and France winning, we would go into the final game 2 points behind France. So we'd need Ireland to do us a favour and get a result against France. It doesn't seem likely, does it? And we'd have to go and win in Sweden. But coming second would still put us in the qualifiers, which we might have to settle for, it seeming that way. But it's not even half time yet. Sweden have certainly got the quality to get something in the second half. We were 1-0 up against Sweden at home and only got a draw. So, you know, there's no reason to think Sweden can't come back into that game. But we need to play better in this one. Quite honestly, in the second half, we need to play a lot better. Greg says, Russo, best player of the half. Yeah, she probably is. The cross comes in again, looking for Beth Mead, but that's gone behind for a goal. Yeah, I think Russo probably has been the best player. I think Jess Parks had a decent first half as well, actually. She's always willing to run with the ball and try to,
1 minute?
You know, drag us up the pitch. I think she's had a good game. Letizier's played well at right back. Not been tested defensively, but she's got forward well. But yeah, it's been a sloppy performance, really, hasn't it? Let's be honest. We've only one or two kind of decent performances in this team. But yeah, it was a great goal, though, wasn't it? And if we can flick the switch again and create some quality like that, we'll score again, won't we? Anyway, there's going to be a minute of stoppage time. We're halfway through that now, and Ireland have got a free kick. So we've got one more bit of defending to do before half time. We don't want to concede a goal now, do we? That would be very, very unfortunate, wouldn't it, to go in at half time 1-1, where we have been the better team, even though it's been quite sloppy. Anyway, we've got to defend this free kick. It's going to be Arusha Littlejohn to take it. And this is an opportunity for Ireland. The last opportunity in the first half. We've played over the minute. This free kick comes in to the edge of the penalty area. And it's kind of half cleared by England, but not really. And in fact, was that an offside or is that half time? In fact, it doesn't matter because it is half time. And yeah, it's been a bit of a bitty performance from England, hasn't it? We started really, really well, actually. We looked really good for 10 minutes, got the goal. Lovely goal it was as well. Brilliant play. Georgia Stanway played it into Beth Mead on the edge of the box. Lovely little flick through to Russo, took it around the keeper and slotted in. That was after just 4 minutes. And it looked as though we were going to go on and dominate proceedings. And we did for, I say, maybe the first 10 minutes or so. But as the longer it went on, the more sloppy we got, the more Ireland gained confidence from it. They've had one or two moments without really creating anything. And yeah, it's 1-0, which is okay, but the performance really has not been.
Should be more than one.
Yeah, we've had a couple of chances for the second goal. Hemp saw a shot save, Beth Mead saw a shot save, but we haven't really created enough against a team that we are much better than overall. So yeah, a bit sloppy, but we're winning 1-0. We'll take that. But France are winning 1-0 as well. So as things stand, it looks as though it's going to be the playoffs. But of course, we can't write off Sweden completely. Although, actually, no, Sweden couldn't finish above us, could they? If they lose tonight, even if they beat us, if we win, they would only finish on 10 points, and we'd already have 12. So, yeah,
right.
We would finish second if we win tonight and Sweden lose. But let's see what happens. But yeah, still 45 minutes to go. I still want us to win the group and qualify automatically because it saves all the aggravation of going through playoffs, which you never know what can happen in playoffs, do you? You just never know what might happen. Whoever we play, we'll be favourites to go through. But, you know, we're the holders of this trophy. We shouldn't have to qualify through playoffs, should we? We should qualify automatically because we're the best team in Europe. Nathan says there, Serena needs some pondering to the well, yeah, I think she's probably done that in the first half. You'll probably know what needs to change. Switch the two wingers around is the first thing you've got to do, and then maybe look at one or two maybe changes from the bench as well. You know, obviously Chloe Kelly is the obvious one to come on, but I don't think the front three have done badly. I think Russo's been great. I think the two wingers are on the wrong side, so they haven't played as well as they could. Switch them around before you maybe take one of them off to bring Chloe Kelly on. That's what I would do. I mean, Ella Toon's going to probably come on, but I think Jess Park's done well in that position. So I wouldn't take her off. I'd give her more time. So it's a tough one, isn't it? I mean, we don't necessarily need to change the personnel as much as maybe just tweak it a little bit with what we've got for 10, 15 minutes and see how it goes. Greg says, need to swap me to the right, bring on Bright and move Greenwood to the left. It would be more balanced. Yes, it would. And obviously, we know that Millie Bright and Leah Williamson have got that understanding for many, many games they've played together. But I do still like a right-footed, left-footed centre-backs. And I feel as though that balance that we've got now is quite good there. But yeah, maybe you're right. I don't like Jess Carter at left-back. I've got to be honest. I don't think that's a position. She's been the weak link in that defence, hasn't she? So yeah, maybe that's not a bad change, would it? Put Alex at left back, and yeah, maybe bring Millie Bright on wouldn't necessarily be a bad move. But yeah, I do think that left back position is an issue. Actually, we don't actually have, I don't think, a natural left back, and it's playing players out of position there. Which I say we've been doing that for quite a while anyway. It's not a new thing, is it? In the Euros we did so. But yeah, the more I think about that, I think maybe that wouldn't necessarily be a bad thing. Because Jess Carter hasn't been great in that first half at all, has she? Yeah. She's made some mistakes. She's given the ball away a few times and not really offered too much going forward either as a fullback. You need to get forward like Maya Letizia has on the right. She's got forward really well. So yeah, that's an issue. But yeah, let's see what Serena does. She doesn't often make panic substitutions, does she? She's quite calm with them, and you know, a bit like Gareth Southgate. Sometimes you think, well, she could make them a bit earlier, but let's see. I'm sure there'll be some differences in the second half, whether or not it's say some positional changes or whether we will see some subs. I don't know. But what did you think of the first half anyway?
It was all right. I think we should have capitalised a bit more. Definitely. Yeah. We had most of the play, to be honest.
Well, no, we did, yeah.
But they looked threatening when they come up at our end. So
Yeah, but that was more because we were just sloppy with the ball, giving it away.
We give it away, which was silly.
We just didn't.
Yeah.
We just didn't play very well. I mean, it's such a good goal as well, wasn't it, to get us going?
Yeah, I know. I thought, oh, get in. We're going to have a few of them.
But the 2 home games that we've played in this qualifying campaign, we've led 1-0 and not won. Against Sweden, we were 1-0 up at half time and got pegged back to 1-1. Against France, we were 1-0 up and then ended up losing. And now we're 1-0 up tonight and haven't been able to push on and finish it off yet. So that's a slight worry, isn't it? Why we're having problems at home games, I don't know. As away from home, we've been pretty good. So I don't know. It's a strange one, isn't it? But I still think that in the second half, I think Ireland will run out of legs, run out of steam. They've worked very hard. They've not had the ball very much at times, and it's so much harder, isn't it? You have to work so much harder without the ball. So I think they'll run out of steam. I mean, they've got some options on the bench as well, but I think the longer the game goes on, you expect that we're going to be able to kill it off and get some more goals. You do feel as that. I say we've got some quality off the bench as well. And yeah, I'm still reasonably confident that my prediction might happen. But
so you've seen 3-0?
I said 5-0, didn't I?
5-0. Someone else said 3-0.
You said 2-0, yeah. I mean, yours seems more likely at the moment.
At the moment, however, I'm hoping this second half
in the second half,
a bit more.
I think Ireland will run out of legs, and I think there'll be more spaces later on in the game, and I think we'll create more. And we've got quality to score goals, haven't we? Let's be honest. So I still think we'll get a few more, but yeah, it's been a bit of a struggle that first half, hasn't it? You know, we were saying early on, wasn't we? The first 10, 15 minutes we played so well. How much better watching the England women's team is to watching them at times. And even though it's not been a great performance from the Lionesses so far tonight, we've still looked much more of a threat going forward. We get the ball forward a lot quicker than the men's team do, don't we? I suppose, but yeah, it's been a bit sloppy, shall we say? That's probably the best way to describe it, really, isn't it? But I'm sure it will get better in the second half. But yeah, Jess Parker, I think, has done pretty well in that central position. She's willing to run with the ball, isn't she? And take defenders on. You like to see a player doing that, don't you? And that's good. I mean, Ella Toon doesn't maybe do that enough. She makes great runs off the ball, Ella Toon. She picks up some lovely little pockets of space, but sometimes with the ball, her execution isn't always the best. Whereas Jess Park tonight has been getting the ball, running at defenders, and 9 times out of 10, she's made the right choice with her pass as well. So she's a different type of player, but I think she's done well. But I expect Ella Toon to come on later and probably get a goal, because that's what she does tend to do, doesn't she? Ella Toon pops up with goals, important goals. Nathan says, are you doing a stream on Sunday? I don't know yet. Obviously, if we don't go out to watch the game, I will. But I don't know. I do. Half of me wants to go out and watch it. But then I think about it, it's like it's going to be absolutely chocker. Everywhere's going to be mental. And the fact is, the game could go to extra time, could go to penalties. It might not be finished till midnight. And then you've got to get home and stuff like that. And, you know, it's not like we're going to get a day off on Monday. Do you know what I mean? So, I don't know. We'll probably end up staying in and watching it, probably.
Yeah, probably.
And yeah, I don't know.
We'll see how we feel.
Yeah.
See if we can get any.
I kind of want to go out, because I do think if we win, the atmosphere is going to be mad, and I think it'll be great. But it's just they should have played on Saturday, shouldn't they? The final should have been Saturday night. Then you wouldn't have to worry about it, you know, work the next day, would you? So they should have maybe thought about that. But anyway, it is what it is. The game's on Sunday. We're going to have to figure something out. But I don't know. If we're here, we'll do a stream. Yeah, definitely, because I do think that'd be good. But we might go somewhere and watch it, maybe.
Because everybody be going out to watch it.
Well, there'll be no one out. In the streets will be quiet, won't they? The roads will be quiet. So if you want to travel anywhere, travel on Sunday evening, because there'll be nothing on the road.
Well, then you're going to miss the match, aren't you?
But you'll miss the match. But if you want to travel anywhere, go Sunday night.
Where's actually showing it?
Well, everywhere's showing it.
Every single
pub will show it.
Obviously, the nearest one
to us. The Cloudsden will show it.
The Cloudsden. You've got.
I'm not going up there where they ripped us off last time. We didn't give us our money back. We couldn't go. Wheatsheaf. I'm not going there. I'm not, because they'll probably charge. I'm not paying them again. I mean, the Cloudsden, I don't know if you have to pay to get in the Cloudsden. I'm not sure. We have to find out. But you remember that when we watched that other England game at the Victoria Comet in opposite station at Newcastle.
Oh, in town.
That was all right.
That was
you
good.
Probably won't have to pay to get in there. Everywhere in town's going to be packed though. You got that one in the actual station itself. I think you have to pay to get in there. I think so. Yeah, you've got the fan zone, haven't you, at Times Square? But that's like £15 or something.
Oh, I'm not paying.
Yeah, then they've got that screen on the green.
That's outside though.
That's outside. If the weather's all right, it might be good. Because they won't be able to charge you for that because it's just outside, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I don't know. We'll have a think about it and see. But I don't know. It would be nice to go somewhere, wouldn't it, and sample the atmosphere, which is going to be crackers. But it's just if England lose, it's going to get silly as it usually does. And if England win it, it'll get even more silly, it won't it? So I suppose it's just going to be a crazy.
I don't want to go to one of these when they chuck the drinks up on you.
Well, that'll be that Times Square one. That's what.
Yeah, don't fancy that. Don't fancy getting me. Beer chucked on it.
I don't know why people can't just go and watch the game and enjoy it rather than have to do stupid things like that. I think it's cool to throw pints of beer all over the place. It's ridiculous. It's not like it's cheap, is it? You know what I mean? It's like that's 12 quid you just hide in the air. You know what I mean? It's stupid. But anyway, we'll see what we're going to do. So I'm not sure yet. But it would be nice maybe to go somewhere. Yeah. The Village Hotel is showing it, but I don't know if you have to pay to get in there.
Well, I don't know. Have we not been there before?
Yeah, we got the semi-final, didn't we? The other year, the World Cup semi-final. In fact, we watched a couple of games. That penalty shootout against Colombia, we watched in the Village Hotel, didn't we? That was
good. That was good.
That was good inside, yeah.
Yeah.
We watched the semi-final. It was outside at the beginning.
Yeah.
And then on that big screen in the car park, and then we went inside.
Right, you went inside.
The second half. But I don't know if they're doing a screen in the car park this time. I'm not sure. But they are showing it. Everywhere will be showing it. Every single pub's not going to not show it, are they? Because they'll be empty. Imagine if you're a pub and you don't show the game on Sunday, you'll have no one in. So every single pub's going to show it, aren't they? It's just which ones are going to charge you, which ones you've got to book a table, which ones you can just turn up and walk in, which I would rather do. Because then you're not set in one place, are you? If it's not very good, you can just go and somewhere else, can't you? Because if you paid for a table or something like that, then you're pretty much stuck there, aren't you, all night? But I don't know. There'll be loads of places everywhere in town have it on. But
it's got to be the local pubs having it on.
Oh yeah, the local pubs. I think the Clousden have it on. If anyway, might as well go to the Clousden because you got that one. They've got the TV outside in the garden, and they've got TVs inside as well.
Oh, the Clousden.
Yeah, I don't know if you've got to pay or if you need to book in advance. I'm not sure. But it'll be on in the Clousden. Nathan says, I still genuinely can't believe we're in the final. I mean, I understand what you mean, but I don't know. I looked at the first few games in the tournament, some of the early games, and I didn't think there was one outstanding team that I looked at and thought, are they better than us? And I didn't think there was a team that was better than us. And yes, we've huffed and puffed a little bit, haven't we? We've been lucky at times. That goal from Jude in the last few seconds when we were almost out. Obviously the penalty the other night, but I don't think that there's been too many teams that's been better than us anyway. So I think we deserve to be in the final. We're very, very tough to beat. We don't concede goals. Yes, we're quite dull to watch at times. We are, but that's been the case with Gareth Southgate the whole time he's been in charge, really. But look at the results he's got in tournaments. Whatever, I don't particularly like Gareth Southgate. I do think his football, his style of football isn't the style of football I enjoy, I've got to be honest. But 4 tournaments in a row, 3 semi-finals, 2 finals, 1 quarter-final. I mean, no England manager's ever done that run of consecutive tournaments like he has. 2 finals. No England manager's ever reached 2 finals. No England men's manager, of course, Widow Serena for the women. But yeah, I wouldn't say I'm surprised we're in the final. I think I'm pleased. But yeah, I'm the longer the tournament's gone on, the better we've got. And I'm actually starting to get really. I thought Switzerland was going to be our toughest game actually, and I wasn't too confident we'd win that. And in the end, we struggled through. I thought we'd beat Holland the other night. I was confident we would, and I actually think we'll beat Spain as well because I think we're a team that can beat them. I think we were the only team in that whole tournament that could beat Spain. Had France won the other night, then yes, you would have fancied our chances, obviously, against them. But I think we can beat Spain. I really do. They've got some individual players, but we're a better unit in the team. So I'm confident we can win. I really am. And, you know, we've shown, haven't we? You know, we go behind, doesn't faze us. Even if it's late in the game, we'll go behind, come on, and we still manage to win. So, yeah, I think Spain will know they're in a game on Sunday. Don't you worry about that. And I think we can do it. I really do. Anyway, they're making substitutions. Millie Bright's coming on, which was what we'd sort of said. But it looks as though Neve Charles is coming on as well. So my guess is one of the central defenders is going off, which will probably be Alex Greenwood. You'd imagine Jess Carter's going off for Neve Charles. But we'll find out now. Alex Greenwood's coming out. Maybe Leah Williamson's going off. Maybe Leah Williamson's still suffering a little bit of injury issues, because it looks as though it's Leah Williamson that's going off. Oh. And you'd imagine Jess Carter's coming off. Oh, it was Jess Carter just going out there. I'm not too sure. Anyway, Neve Charles and Millie Bright are both coming on. So there's been 2 changes at half time. So there you go. And Ireland are making a couple as well. Leanne Keenan's coming on. And I think they're making another one as well. I'm not sure who that was. Anyway, Leanne Keenan's coming on and Emily Murphy's going off for Ireland. And for England, it's definitely Millie Bright and Neve Charles. But we're not quite sure who's exactly gone off yet. Oh, actually, Amber Barrett's gone off as well. And Julianne Russell's come on for Ireland. And so Millie Bright is on for the Lionesses. It looks as though... Yeah, Leah Williamson's definitely gone off because Kira Walsh is wearing the armband. So Leah Williamson's gone off, which I think's an injury issue. Well, not an injury issue, a fitness issue. So Jess Carter has gone off for Neve Charles, as we predicted she might. And, yeah, Leah Williamson has gone off for Millie Bright, and Kira Walsh is captain for the second half. So there you go. And it is going to be Republic of Ireland to get us off and underway. Nathan says, look at the squad he's got, though. Tony Pulis could have done the same. Well... I think it's a tough one, isn't it? Because the way that Southgate sets the team up, we're going to be difficult to beat. And I think that's the most important thing. And we've got match winners in the squad, as proven, no players off the bench. And you have to say, I don't like Gareth Southgate particularly, but the way he's managed the team in this tournament and previous tournaments, actually, he's got most things right, hasn't he? He's got his substitutions right. He's got his starting team right. He's generally got his tactics right, even though they're quite boring to watch. And we get through the tournaments, don't we? He knows how to negotiate a tournament. And you have to give him credit for that. And if we win on Sunday, then, you know, Sir Gareth it is going to be. And fair enough. And I don't think any of us will ever criticise him again. But, yeah, I agree with you. With the squad that we've got, we should be doing well in tournaments. But then you go back to the so-called golden era, the golden age, whatever it was, with, you know, with the Beckham and Ferdinand and Gerrard and Rooney, all them players, right? That was called the golden era, wasn't it? The golden generation. They never got to a semi-final, let alone a final. So it's all very well having the players. You've still got to manage that team, haven't you? And you've still got to get the results. And the managers that we had then, I mean, Sven was a decent manager. He couldn't get to a semi-final. So, you know, I think Gareth Southgate deserves more credit than maybe he gets. Anyway, the Lioness is coming forward straight here. Russo on the edge of the box, finds at Lauren Hemp, pulls the ball back. Is it going to be 2-0? Oh, it can't quite. Russo there couldn't quite get good connection on it. And it was clear. In fact, was it Georgia Stanway getting in there? And the 2 wingers haven't changed positions, actually. So Lauren Hemp is still on the left hand, on the right hand side, which is a little bit frustrating still. But anyway, she's coming forward now. Lauren Hemp bursting into the box. She couldn't quite get the shot away, though. And Millie Bright wins her header, which you'd expect her to do. Alex Greenwood now. So we've still got a right foot and a left foot. Said, oh, actually, Alex Greenwood's giving the ball away again. She's done that a couple of times as well. And it is Leanne Keenan, the substitute over on that far side. Beth Mead doing some defensive work. But actually, Keenan's done really well. She's got all the way down, all the way out on the pitch and won a throw for Ireland. I'm sure she plays for Liverpool, doesn't she? Of course, had a great season in the WSL last year. And now with Man United's problems, they'll probably fancy their chances of maybe challenging that top 3 or 4, won't they? So they're going to be a danger next season, I think, Liverpool. But anyway, we don't need to worry too much about 3rd and 4th place in the WSL, do we? Because we are going to win it. Of course we are. Anyway, it's a throw to England over on that far side, which Neve Charles is going to take. Oh, that was sloppy again from England. And again, the second half hasn't really started too much better than the first half ended. And the changes haven't had the desired effect as yet. But it is still early days, of course. We've only played 3 minutes of the second half. It is still 1-0. What we could do with is a goal for Sweden and another goal for England just to finish it off. And then it'll be a good night, won't it? And we can look forward to Tuesday, knowing that it'll be in our hands. Winning the group will be in our hands, which it hasn't been all the way through this qualifying tournament, has it? Because we've had we didn't qualify for the Olympics. We struggled a little bit in that Nations League group, didn't we? We had some silly mistakes. We dropped some points, conceded a lot of goals, and we've had a few issues in this qualification group as well, haven't we? With one thing or another, our home form in particular has been poor, and the performance tonight hasn't been great either. But be nice for it to be in our own hands going into Tuesday, wouldn't it? Rather than have to rely on Ireland to get a result against France, which doesn't seem likely, does it? But yes, it won't be a disaster getting in the playoffs, I suppose. But I don't know. We'd be nice to top that group, wouldn't it? Tough group, with France and Sweden in it. You have to say that's a difficult group we were given, seeing as we were the holders. We should have got a slightly easier group, maybe. But anyway, it is what it is. We're in this group now, and we're coming to the conclusion of it. And let's see if we can get it done. But getting England very sloppy in possession, giving the ball away, it's still not great, is it? Gregory says there, the longer it remains 1-0, the more dangerous the game becomes. Absolutely, yeah, it does. Of course it does. And I think that the longer it's gone on at 1-0, because it was obviously 1-0 very early on, you can see Ireland have gained confidence from it and they have grown into it. And the start of the second half, they've probably been the better team. We just have not got going at all. Beth Mead just took a knock over on that far side. Looks like she's crashed into the advertising hoarding and the microphone. They're very close to the pitch at Carrow Road. The stands are very close to the pitch. There's not a lot of space. But anyway, Beth Mead has had a little bit of a problem there, actually. And Serena's looking quite concerned as Beth crashed into the advertising hoarding, but she seems to be okay. Just checking her knees all right, which looks like it is. And the last thing we want to see is an injury to Beth Mead, isn't it? So after all the troubles that she's had, starting to really get back to her best form towards the end of last season, wasn't she? Scored quite a few goals in the end, and she's been such a big player for England as well. But she seems to be okay, which is good news, isn't it? It's always a worry when you see a player crash into the hoardings by the side of the pitch. Anyway, Millie Bright finds Maya Letizia on his near side. It's a good ball, actually, to Georgia Stanway. The ball inside to Lauren Hemp wasn't great, but Lauren Hemp's done really well. Jess Park, now we've got a chance. Jess Park, Russo at the far post. Couldn't quite stretch enough to get a touch on it. Surely she would have scored if she'd managed to get on the end of that cross. Nice ball, actually, from Jess Park. It was good play from Lauren Hemp just before that as well. Jess Park picked the ball up. That's a lovely ball. Oh, Russo was so close to getting on the end of that. Just couldn't quite get her leg stretched enough. Oh, maybe she gone with the wrong leg, actually. If she'd gone with the other leg, maybe she might have been able to turn that in. But a great cross, actually. Low cross. And another good moment from Jess Park, who's playing really well. And Russo there looking. She actually got flattered. She got flattered by the goalkeeper as she went in for that ball there, but didn't even get a goal for her troubles either, which is a shame, isn't it? But yeah, she's just limping a little bit. Don't injure all the Arsenal players. Injure the other ones. Instead, if you're going to injure anyone, injure the Chelsea players.
Don't injure anyone.
Don't injure the Arsenal players, because we've already lost Leah Williams in this game, although we don't know quite whether it's an injury issue. It might have been pre-planned for her to play 45 minutes. I don't know. But anyway, hopefully she's okay. Nathan says so close. It was, yeah. If she just slightly longer legs, she would have got on it. I say maybe she'd gone with her left foot instead of her right. She might have been able to get on the end of that, but it's just a natural instinct, isn't it? When you're stretching for the ball, you go with your natural foot, don't you? Even though it was the furthest one away from the ball. But anyway, it was close. It was a lovely cross, actually. But yeah, you feel as though England need that second goal now. Definitely. I wasn't worried before. I think 1-0 was fine early in the game. We'll get the second goal. But suddenly now you feel we need the second goal because we're not flowing at all. We're just not playing particularly well. And you do feel a second goal would Ireland's heads might drop a little bit, and then we could go on and get a few more. But we don't look really like scoring, do we? The second half hasn't been any better at all so far. And that was just a hopeful long ball forward. And Ireland are picking things up, and they're growing well into this game. You've got to say Ireland have been the better team. When we played them away, we won 2-0, but it was 2-0 at half time, and we never really looked great that night either, did we? That was a bit of a struggle. And this game's been very similar. But you do feel with the quality that we've got, if we can actually just flick it together, I'm sure we will get that second goal. And then who knows, if we get it early enough, we might go on and get a few more. But yeah, starting to feel that we need a spark, whether it's Chloe Kelly maybe coming off the bench or Ella Toon maybe to give us that spark. I don't know. We seem to need something. It's a very flat performance, and yeah, it's not won yet. This game, it's not won at all because it is only 1-0, and anything can happen. England enjoying a little bit more possession, although it's kind of Gareth Southgate-like possession inside our own half. And Hannah Hampton goes long. But again, it's an Ireland head that wins the ball. And suddenly Ireland are coming forward. And if anyone looks like scoring, it looks like Ireland, even though they're not creating anything, certainly the team on the front foot coming forward. And they're the ones causing all the problems here. And they're coming forward again. That's nice play. Really nice play. And it is O'Sullivan on this near side. Good defending though from Maya Letitia, forces her back a little bit. But Ireland enjoying some possession now. Nathan says need some urgency. Yeah, well we need something. Is it a spark we need or something? I'm not sure. We need something anyway. Ireland now actually playing themselves into trouble. Lauren Hemp's going to get a chance. That's a penalty. Got to be a penalty. Ireland caused their own problems there, playing it out from the back. And in the end, they gave the ball away. Lauren Hemp would have had an open goal. She may well get a yellow card. Could even be a red card because it's only yellow. It was almost an open goal there, and it was Fahey that was that committed the foul on Lauren Hemp. And that was Ireland's own doing. They kept playing it out from the back. She didn't look comfortable, did she? She gave it away, and then she's pulled Lauren Hemp over. She can't have too many complaints about the penalty or the yellow card. I mean, look at that. That's the most blatant penalty you'll ever see. And actually, that could have been a red card because Lauren Hemp basically had an open goal to tap the ball into, and she was wrestled to the ground. And England do have a big chance now to get that second goal. It's going to be Georgia Stanway, who has got a mixed record from penalties for England, hasn't she? She's missed a couple, scored a couple. And this could be a big moment for England to get the second goal. And
pressure on her.
You feel it will seal the deal here if she can score. Georgia Stanway to make it 2-0. Yes. Puts it away comfortably, sends the keeper the wrong way. And Georgia Stanway makes it 2-0. So finally we get the second goal, which we needed. We just said how much we needed it.
Yeah.
Greg says that was the keeper's fault, but good pressure from Russo and them. Well, I just, when a team's going to learn, playing it out from the back is asking for trouble. That's a really good penalty right into the corner. Sent the keeper the wrong way and right into the side netting as well. That's a great penalty actually from Georgia. She's missed a couple before, but she was not going to miss that one. Look at that. Right in that corner. Brilliant penalty.
Well done.
And that should seal the deal here. But yeah, I mean, it was poor play from Ireland, obviously, giving the ball away. But why do teams insist on playing it out from the back?
Grabbing the ball along like that. That's a bit silly.
That is. Well, absolutely. I mean, she gave the ball away. She had no choice, really, or it's a goal, isn't it? So I suppose.
Well.
But yeah, the defender was put in all sorts of trouble there. It was a poor ball to her. But why do teams keep doing that? Playing it out from the back? I just don't understand it. It makes no sense to me. And when it works, it looks great. Obviously, when you do those little passes, you get the ball forward and you score. But that happens like once every 50 times you do it. Oh, suddenly Ireland are in at the other end. Can they get a goal back almost straight away? Actually, there was no support actually there, and England got all the bodies back. Briefly there, Ireland had a chance. A cross comes in the box, but Hannah Hampton's there. Good, safe hands there from the England goalkeeper. Is that second goal going to be what opens this game up a little bit more for us now? We hadn't played particularly well at the start of the second half, and that was a gift actually from Ireland. It really was a gift. And it should be a lesson to everybody out there. Unless you're Man City, do not play out from the back because it is not going to work. You aren't Man City. Don't pretend to be. Just play football, play percentages, get the ball up the other end of the pitch and stop messing about with it inside your own penalty area because that is what's going to happen. Anyway, it is 2-0. We'll take it. Ireland again put themselves under a bit of pressure at the back. This time the goalkeeper does go long. But again, England have dealt with that pretty well. Well played. Good, Alex Greenwood finds Neve Charles on this near side. But again, we're caught in possession. And yeah, we are sloppy. We have been sloppy in this game.
I think.
And there was a foul there, was there?
Was that Beth?
And I think it might have been.
Just pushed her.
I think Beth's a little bit frustrated. Why Beth is still on the left and Lauren Hem on the right, I do not know. Frank Kirby's going to go to sleep there.
She's doing something on her phone or she's going to sleep.
She's obviously not in the squad, but she's there. Well, she's in the group. She's just not actually named in the squad.
And Chloe
Kelly's coming on. She'll bring some life to the game. I like that too. Chloe Kelly tends to make things happen, doesn't she? Quite often. So that's a good substitute to bring on. You imagine Beth Mead will probably go off, which you can't blame Beth. It hasn't been her best game tonight, although she got that great assist. She's playing on the wrong side. So I don't quite understand why that persisted with this. But anyway, Lauren Hemp's coming forward. And again, you see, she had to
wrong side
cut back. Yeah, she had to cut back inside because she won't go on the outside on her right foot.
I think Serena's doing it Southgate, isn't she?
I can't understand why we're doing this. Why are we playing the inverted wingers when they normally play the other way round, the natural side, and that's where we're dangerous. You know, Beth Mead and Lauren Hemp are our two most dangerous players in nearly every game we play. And tonight we've nullified that threat by playing them the wrong side. And we've persisted with it all the way through, 60 minutes on the clock. And they're still playing the wrong way round. And it's madness that that's still gone on. It works sometimes inside games, isn't it? For 10 or 15 minutes we've swapped them and it works fine. And then they go back to their normal position. But, you know, Lauren Hemp won the penalty for the second goal. Beth Mead created the assist for the first goal, so maybe Serena will say, well, it worked. But we've given the ball away again, and this is not a great Lionesses performance at all, you have to say. And Ireland are keeping going, even though it's 2-0, their heads haven't gone down. They're still battling for every single ball. And, you know, they're keeping themselves in the game at least. But, yeah, you do feel as though if England even get half our normal performance back here, we can go on and get a few more goals. Anyway, they've got a free kick over on that far side. I think there's a substitution about to be made. It's Lauren Hemp going off, actually. Really? So Lauren's going off. She just obviously created that penalty, and it is Chloe Kelly coming on. I mean, Chloe Kelly needs to be speaking to the England team, doesn't she, between now and Sunday. She knows what it's like to score a winning goal in a Euro final. So, she can maybe pass on that experience to some of the England players ahead of Sunday. But she's come on tonight. Let's see if she can have an impact in this game, because, of course, it was her coming off the bench in that final. It was the two substitutes, wasn't it? Ella Toon and Chloe Kelly that scored in that final. Will it be two substitutes for the England men's team on Sunday that win it, maybe? It was a substitute the other night, wasn't it? Well, the two substitutes that combined, wasn't it? Because it was Cole Palmer's ball and Ollie Watkins' finish. So, yeah. Maybe it'll be substitutes again that win the final. England have got a throw. Actually, no, Ireland have got a throw on this near side. So Chloe Kelly is going to be playing on the left-hand side, which is a position that she plays quite a lot anyway. But, yeah, you could even swap her. She can play over on the right. I mean, sorry, she's playing on the right. She could play on the left as well. But playing on the right is her normal position, I suppose. But anyway, it is a free kick to Ireland on this near side. And Chloe Kelly is not really a wall as such, but she's the nearest player. It's going to be Arusha Littlejohn to take it. Well, it looks like it's going to be Arusha Littlejohn to take it. They take it short, actually. And then Littlejohn gets it back again. And she plays the ball to the edge of the box. A strange free kick, that, really. Now, Littlejohn's cross again. It's flicked on. Millie Bright wins the header. It's come into the box, and Kira Walsh had to get an important block in there, but we haven't cleared it yet. And Ireland are still pressing for a goal. Oh, but that's a poor ball. Chloe Kelly can get it away, but there's no England player anywhere near the halfway line. and Ireland will just put it back in again.
Yeah.
And again, it's flicked on. They've suddenly got more direct Ireland, and England just can't get the ball, but they have one thrown over on that far side. Oh, we've got some good news from Greg. Greg's always full of good news. Sweden have equalised. Oh, they have. Good old Sweden. Is it Stina Blackstenius? Please tell me it's Stina Blackstenius.
Is she even playing?
Probably won't be because I don't think she's on. But anyway, it doesn't matter. Sweden have scored, and that's good news, isn't it? Of course, for England, because if we do win this game, which we are very, very close to winning now, you do feel at 2-0 midway through this second half. If that stays 1-1 between Sweden and France, we will be top of the group tonight. And that would be great news, which means that it'll be in our hands on Tuesday, a win in Sweden, and we've qualified. Wow. Who would have thought that when we lost to France? Having drawn with Sweden, lost to France, our first 3 games, we were third in the group. Didn't look like we had any chance of qualifying, and suddenly we could end up winning the group. Incredible turnaround it'll be. But this game's not won yet, and we've still got to go to Sweden and try and win, and that won't be an easy game, will it? In fact, maybe a draw. Greg says, Stina's not in the Sweden. Oh, she's not even in the squad at all. Is it
someone called Rybrink?
Oh, right. Okay.
Don't know who that is.
Oh, I'm not sure. So we are level on points with France, but we're top on goal difference. So yeah, it's in our hands, isn't it? We can get us win in Sweden on Tuesday. Oh, is that an early kickoff? Say it's on at 5:30 what time is the kickoff? 6 o'clock then.
Really?
Oh, that's a bit of a ball ache, isn't it?
When's
Kicking
that,
off at 6 Tuesday. Kicking off at 6 o'clock. That's a
I'm
stupid time to kick
I'm
off.
going to miss that.
I'll probably miss it and all. Well, I won't probably have to miss it if it's 6 o'clock kickoff. Have a look and see if it's 6 o'clock kickoff. That can't be.
Well, just come up there. Let's have a look.
I just started the programme early. It's kicking off at 7 or something.
Let's go back in. Right, so it's England.
Oh, that'd be a bloody nightmare, that, if it kicks off at 6 o'clock.
Sweden.
That'd be crap, man. Greg says they're keeping her rested for the Champions League. Well, I'm not actually worried that she's not playing. Hopefully, she won't play against us on Tuesday either, because she'll probably end up scoring. So yeah, no, keep her rested. Yeah, we want her well rested because she's going to be so important for us this season. And I do feel as though with Caldente maybe dropping in behind, she's going to create a lot of chances. And I can see Stina getting even more goals this season. She's just got 18 in the previous 2 seasons. I reckon she'll get more this season. But anyway, let's see. We want to get this game won first before we start thinking about Tuesday, let alone the new season quite yet. Anyway, Maya Letitia plays a ball in. That's a good ball. Chloe Kelly's going to get there, is she? Oh, not quite. Actually, it's good defending in the end by Anna Patton, it was actually. Who's done all right for Ireland, hasn't she? The former Arsenal defender, now Aston Villa, of course. England won the ball back. We now look as though we're moving the ball a little bit quicker now, looking a little bit better since that second goal. And there's going to be more substitutions now. Not sure if it's England making the substitution or Ireland, actually. It's Ireland making the substitution. Megan Campbell's coming on for Ireland, and Rusha Littlejohn is going off. And that's the 3rd change for the Republic of Ireland.
Yeah, it's 6 o'clock.
6 o'clock kickoff. Oh, man. Is that because it's in Sweden? It's always dark in Sweden. Is that why?
16th.
Yeah, 16th,
yeah, 6 o'clock.
Oh, man, that is
6 o'clock.
Dodgy. Well, is the other game 6 o'clock and all in France against Ireland? It must be. They must have to play at the same time.
Must be.
That's not good news, is it?
No.
Oh, so I don't know if we'll be able to do a watch. I don't know if we'll be able to do a watch on that now because I don't think I'll be.
Oh dear!
I'll be back from work or anything. I'll do that anyway. England coming forward again, looking for that 3rd goal. Ball coming out to that far side. Neve Charles, it was getting forward, and now England looking for that opportunity over on that far side. Russo's tipped into the box. Oh, it was Chloe Kelly trying to get on the end of it. I thought Lauren Hemp had gone off.
I thought you had.
Lauren Hemp's still on. Who went off the Chloe Kelly then? Was it Beth? I thought Lauren Hemp had gone off. I'm thinking that can't be Lauren. Must be Beth Mead's gone off. Oh yeah, it looks like Beth's gone off. So now they took Beth off and moved Lauren Hemp to the left-hand side. Why didn't they do that when Beth went on and played Beth down the right? Why didn't she do that? That's mental, that. That's offside all day long, mate. Thank you.
Wait, where are we?
Why would she do that? Play Beth on the wrong side, then take her off. Play Lauren Hemp on the wrong side, and then move Lauren Hemp over to her right side.
Because she realises.
Well, then keep Beth on.
Yeah, exactly.
I thought Lauren Hemp. I'm sure that said Lauren Hemp had gone off. Did it not say that?
Didn't actually see. I just thought.
I thought Lauren Hemp. Anyway, Lauren Hemp hasn't gone off. Beth Mead's gone off, and Chloe Kelly's just playing down the right hand side. Lauren Hemp's actually gone over to the left hand side now, which is where she should have been playing in the first place.
Yes, they're both 6 o'clock. Republic of Ireland and France as well. They're 6 o'clock.
Oh, poor old Katie.
Yes, Katie.
Katie not looking very happy, is she? Because she can't get any more yellow cards because she can't play. But anyway, I'm sure she'll play against France. Maybe she'll do us a favour against France and like score a goal and help France to lose or something, and then we can definitely win the group. But it would be incredible if that game tonight finishes in a draw. That's what France against Sweden, and we do win this game, which we should do. We're going to go into that last game top. We'll just part with an effort from outside the box. Good save, actually, again. Well, fairly comfortable save from Courtney Brosnan. But England have certainly improved since the second goal. It's still not a fantastic England performance, let's be honest. Greg says Serena never takes Hemp off. She's her favourite. Well, yeah, she's one of her favourites, yeah.
I wouldn't take her off either, right?
Well, I wouldn't take her off, no. But then you get Chloe Kelly on. It's going to have to be her or Beth that goes off.
Yeah, because
really, because that's Chloe Kelly's position.
Two positions.
Well, yeah, so it's going to be one of those two going off, isn't it? I suppose.
So it must have been Beth.
It must have been Beth. Yeah. I mean, am I surprised? Not really, because it wasn't Beth's greatest game. But
and plus, she made it.
That was the management.
On.
Jessica Naz is coming on for Russo. Russo's going off.
All right.
Brilliant goal, great performance in the first half in particular. She maybe hasn't had as much impact in the second half, and they're obviously resting her for Tuesday. No one's going to be 100% fit yet, are they? Because it is pre-season. But she did well, Russo. It's her goal that got us off and running tonight.
True.
And Jessica Naz is coming on. Don't seen too much of her playing for England, have we, before? So it's nice to see Jessica Naz get some minutes. And it looks as though she's going to be playing through the middle. Or maybe Chloe Kelly might move through the middle. Or Lauren Hemp, she might play wide. She normally plays wide, doesn't she, for Tottenham? But not sure if Lauren Hemp going to drop in. Yeah, I think Lauren Hemp might be dropping into centre forward position, maybe. But we'll see. Anyway, there's a clash of heads there between Letitia and one of the Ireland players, number 20, which Leanne Keenan is come on at half time. A clash of heads there. Look like they're both going up for a header, and they've both gone down. So the game's been stopped. And the medical teams always run on quickly, don't they?
I've never seen that. Where did you?
No, they must have just clashed heads as they jumped to hit the ball. I mean, obviously, there's a lot of concern when there's a head injury. I don't think they're too serious. Greg says, "Can't believe they've taken Russo off. What is wrong with Serena?" No, I'm not too bothered. Rest her. We don't want she doesn't need to get injured. This game's won. Let's rest her so she can play Tuesday. And let's not risk her any more than we need to. So it's actually good in a way. All three Arsenal players have been taken off to get some rest. So I don't mind.
What you're bothered about?
Well, yeah, I don't mind that. They can't get injured if they're not playing, can they? They can't get injured if they're sitting on the bench.
They need to play for the team, man.
Well, they've played. They've all played.
It's England playing, not Arsenal, man. Come on.
They've all played their part.
Yeah. Damn it. It's not finished yet.
No, but they played their part. Beth and Leslie's created the first goal. So they did well there, and then obviously Leah Williams was the captain. So
it's England tonight, you.
Anyway, May Letitia is back on her feet. Leanne Keenan's back on her feet as well. Both players are okay, which is good news. And there's Delia Smith.
I was wondering why they kept panning on to her.
That's Delia, isn't it?
Delia.
Good old Delia. Let's be having ya. That was funny. Anyway, she's of course. I don't know if she's owner of Norwich or she's one of the owners, isn't she? So fair play to her. She's at a lot of the games and stuff, isn't she? She does love it. So fair play to Delia Smith.
Oh, excuse me.
I'm sure she'll be really proud that her club's ground are being used for a game like this, which is nice, isn't it? And it's good. What I like about Lionel, oh, Jessica Naz closed down the keeper there. Really good work from her. And Lauren Hemp's going to win the ball, puts a cross in. Jessica Naz is there. It's come to Chloe Kelly. Oh, the shot was blocked. Chloe Kelly was always in good pressing there from Jessica Naz, actually put the goalkeeper under pressure and almost created a third goal for England. But in the end, Ireland managed to scramble it clear. But yeah, I like the fact that the Lionesses play all over the country with their games. You know, the home games are everywhere, aren't they? We've seen them play at Middlesbrough, we've seen them play at Sunderland, Newcastle. Obviously, they played at Norwich, they played at Brighton, Southampton, all up and down the country. And that's really good, isn't it? Because it gives everyone the opportunity to watch the games. All the England home games for the men, most of them are at Wembley, and it's like, it's not, I don't think it's the right way to do it. The game should be played all over the place. That's why the Lionesses get the support that they get, because everyone gets the opportunity to go and watch the games. And that's good. You know, I'd like to see a few more games up there. You know?
Yeah, definitely.
But we've seen them, we've seen them play at Leeds, we've seen them play at Newcastle, Sunderland, Middlesbrough.
Yeah. Oh, good, weren't they? The atmosphere was fantastic.
Yeah, it was, yeah. Oh, that was brilliant, yeah.
I'm trying to think which was, well, I thought the best one. I think maybe
no, that's the Sweden semi-final. That was unreal. That was one of the best games I've ever been to.
Bakila, wasn't it, that one?
That was incredible, that. To thrash them the way I did. That
was a good game, that night.
Wow, that was brilliant. Yeah, it's one of the best games I've ever been to. That was brilliant. That was the night we knew England were going to win the Euros. Yeah. Greg says it's good Delia is there. She can see what the ground looks like with a big crowd. Exactly, yeah. Make a change, won't it? To see it full. To be fair, Norwich do get decent crowds considering they, you know, when they're in the Premier League, they always have decent crowd. I don't mind Norwich, actually. I quite like them. It's just in the middle of nowhere, isn't it? Nathan says, I'm surprised Villa Park is not used more. Yeah, I mean, Villa Park's a great ground. But again, you see, they need to share it around everywhere, don't they? I think Villa Park's been used. All the grounds have been used, haven't they? Most of the Premier League grounds have been used for the Lionesses game, haven't they? Which is good to see. And even some of the lesser, I mean, they played at Molineux. They obviously playing at Norwich tonight. They've played at, I don't know, other Premier League grounds. They played at loads, haven't they? Loads of different places. And that's what's really good about it. That's what I like. Anyway, there's 15 minutes left. It is England 2, Ireland 0. England look as though we're going to be just cruising to those 3 points that we needed. And yes, the performance needs to improve. On Tuesday, we're going to have to play a lot better than this against Sweden. But, you know, we tend to rise to the occasions against the better sides, don't we, quite often? You know, we went over to France, and what a performance that was. If we can produce anything like that against Sweden on Tuesday, we'll win that game. Anyway, England coming forward again, looking for a third goal.
Come on.
Just part of the ball into the box. Well, it wasn't a bad ball, actually, but no England player managed to get on the end of it. And it's Greenwood bringing it forward. And now cross comes in again. It's flicked on the header, but that was Chloe Kelly with a pink headband. Couldn't quite direct that header beyond the goalkeeper. And it is still 2-0. It's been a bit of a scrappy game. The second half's been a bit hit and miss. Someone's got a banner there that says, show Gareth and the boys how it's done. Well, they've already done that, haven't they, by winning the Euros already. So they've already shown them how it's done. Let's hope that Gareth's boys can repeat it on Sunday. That'd be great, won't it? But anyway, let's see whether or not we can win this game first, because we need to qualify to be in the Euros next summer, because we want another good summer, don't we?
Yeah,
watching England reach finals and stuff. It's what the summer's about, isn't it? The summer used to be about the sunshine. We don't get any sunshine now, so instead we just have to enjoy watching England play in finals, because that's the only highlight of the summer these days. Greg says there, how are we going to score another goal with a Spurs player up front? Well, yeah, I mean, obviously that's a problem. Of course, it is a problem, but you know. There you go. Maybe she's looked at, you know, Harry Kane all those years. I know he doesn't play for Tottenham anymore, but all those years playing for Tottenham up front. Maybe Serena thinks the way forward is to have a Tottenham striker playing. Maybe, I don't know. But She'll score now. No, you said that. She'll probably score. She's actually done all right since she's come on, to be fair. But anyway, it's a throw to Ireland on this near side, coming towards the final 10 minutes of this game. Yes, obviously it's lacked the drama of the Euros, the England games in the Euros in the last couple of weeks, where we've had some real late drama, haven't we? This game's going to lack that late drama. Obviously, we're 2-0 up, cruising really, but it's still an important 3 points, isn't it, for England in the bid to defend that European title that we won so brilliantly 2 years ago.
Oh, that was fabulous.
It was a brilliant tournament. It
Absolutely
was a brilliant
fabulous.
England team, a brilliant England's competition.
That game.
No, it probably won't be. That was, and I suppose because we were at home and we could get to the game.
A lot of different players then.
Yeah, well, we had it's an evolving squad, isn't it? Since then, the last 2 years we've lost some players. Obviously, some retired. Well, that's a good ball through actually, but Hannah Hampton's there. Yeah, we've had obviously some players retire. Some of the players who played in that Euros have obviously they're older now.
At peak as well.
Yeah, they're not at their peak anymore. I thought that in 2022 it seemed as though that group of players, it was the right time, wasn't it? We were at home and so many of those players were at their peak performance, wasn't they?
Absolutely. Beth was on fire.
Leah Williamson and Beth Mead. Since then, of course, they've had their injury problems and haven't quite maybe reached that level again. I think Lucy Bronze that was sort of maybe her peak. She's gone backwards since then. So yeah, we were fortunate maybe that came out at the time that it did, and we've had to evolve the squad since then. We've reached the World Cup final. We didn't play as well in that tournament as we know, but again, we struggled through and reached the final, which the men have done again. And I think next summer, if we do qualify, which you expect we will, even if it is via the playoffs in the end, I think we're still lacking in a couple of key positions, aren't we? And I still don't really think we have a decent backup striker for Leslie Russo. Bearing in mind, in the last Euro, she was the backup for Ellen White. We don't really have a decent backup, do we? I mean, Aggie Beaver-Jones has scored goals for Chelsea. She's still young. Jessica Naz, to me, she's going to work hard and give her best, but she's not top quality sort of player that's going to win your tournaments, I don't think. And Fran Kirby is probably not going to play in the next Euros next year, and I don't know. There's a few issues in the team that I think we need to look to improve if we're going to win it again. But let's get there first, and then we can worry about that next summer when we're there. We need to play a lot better than this. But I say this is pre-season. Let's not. Oh, that's a foul there. Surely that's going to be a yellow card as well for Keenan, who's just faced a yellow card. Just fouled Jessica Naz. I think Jessica Naz has done well actually since she's come on. She's looked lively. She's putting herself about. She's causing a few problems. But yeah, is she a top quality striker that's going to come off the bench as Leslie did in the last Euros and score those sort of goals and win your games? I don't think she is. And that's a little bit where we're lacking.
I thought she might have got 2
Greg says, we look lost in midfield. Yeah, the midfield's not been great. It hasn't been great since the Euros, has it really? Anyway, see, Jessica Naz again working hard down this near side, showing some pace there, won a corner. She's done well, but she's quite a young player as well. Maybe she'll get better. But yeah, I don't know what's up with Beth England. Is she not playing for England anymore? Because she still scores a lot of goals at club level. Another Tottenham striker. She still scores goals. Yeah. Greg says, bring Beaver-Jones on, take Hemp off. She's done nothing. Well, yeah. Again, Hemp's played on the wrong wing. She's only just gone over to her natural side and had little impact. But yeah, maybe get Aggie Beaver-Jones. I'll give her a run out. This cross comes in. It wasn't a great cross actually from Lauren Hemp. Yeah. And now Ireland are trying to launch a counter-attack from that England corner. And if they were to score a goal now, it would make it a little bit of a nervy final 6-7 minutes, wouldn't it? Anyway, it's a free kick there. Neve Charles has given away over on that far side, and England are sort of stuttering through this game.
I know you think Lucy's passed it, but I would still have Lucy on.
No, we need to. We've got to look to next summer, right?
I know.
And next summer, I don't think Lucy's going to be playing next summer.
Probably not.
And I think Maya Letizia has actually done well. I think she's done well. And if she can start getting a run of games in the team, she could be the replacement for Lucy. And I don't think
she hasn't had many games like that, she.
No, she hasn't. And I thought she's done well tonight. She's got forward well. She hasn't been tested defensively, so we'd have to look at that against better opposition. But I've got a feeling Lucy Bronze will play against Sweden anyway. I think she's rested her tonight and she'll play in the next game. That's what I think, personally. But I'd like to see Maya Letitia get more opportunities, because I do think Lucy Bronze won't play next summer. I don't think she will. We need to look. We need to start replacing some of these older players for the future. We've got like Millie Bright. We need to, we need to be moving away from these players a little bit more, because it's about the future, isn't it? We want to keep winning trophies.
We need to keep evolving, don't we?
There's a long throw there from Ireland, which almost causes a few problems. Lauren Hemp actually headed it away. Jessica Naz again gets there. No, she has done really well, actually. Maybe I've been a little bit harsh on her. Maybe that's because she does play for Tottenham, but she's actually done well since she's come on, to be fair. She's worked really hard. But yeah, if she was your main striker going into a tournament, you wouldn't exactly be worried about playing against England, which that is the problem that we've got. We are into the last 6 minutes here at Carrow Road. England 2, Ireland 0. Chloe Kelly now on this near side. You do feel we are going to get another couple of goals in the closing stages here. Ireland do look quite tired. Yeah, I think we will. Ireland are looking tired, aren't they? And I think we'll just click and something will happen and we'll score another goal. Yeah, I think I still think we'll get 2 more, actually. Greg says Bronze has had her day. She cost us the World Cup and the draw against Sweden.
She cost the World Cup, like?
Well, because she's the one who gave the ball away for them to score the goal. She was drifting forward and lost the ball and couldn't get back.
Yeah, she's nowhere near as fast as she used to be. She's been fantastic.
Yeah, she used to be brilliant. Yeah, of course she did. But everyone gets past their best, don't they? And you can't live in your past glories. Not in football and in sport. You're only as good as your last game. It doesn't matter what you did 5 years ago. And I think I've been saying this for a while about Lucy Bronze. Yeah, I think that's Aggie Beaver Jones, isn't it?
Is it?
I think so. I think it is, yeah. Anyway, yeah, so you can't live off your past glories, can you? And
obviously, you don't have no Rachel Daly's no more.
Well, no, she's retired.
Ellen Wade.
Yeah, and we've lost a lot of experience. It's a younger group now. So maybe that's why Serena's hanging on to some of the older players, because we've lost some of that experience that we had.
Yeah.
And maybe she wants to keep Millie Bright, Lucy Bronze to add that experience to what is a younger team now. Yeah, don't forget we're missing Lauren James as well.
Oh yeah,
what's
wrong with her? Is she injured?
Yeah, she's injured. Yeah, I mean, she, whatever we think of Lauren James and we don't particularly like her, you have to say she's been a great player for England. Yeah, and if she could sort her attitude out, she'd be even better. But she's a quality player, and she's someone who we saw in the World Cup. She can win your games. She can cost you games as well with a red card that you got and stuff like that. But she is a sort of player that can win you games. So we've got her to come in, and she's a good option. Oh, France has just scored. France are beating Sweden. That's not what we needed to happen, is it? We were hoping Sweden could hang on, but it's 2-1 to France. So France are back on top of the group. So we're probably going to have to settle for second place and the qualifier and the playoffs, which isn't ideal, is it? But anyway, there's nothing we can do about that. We just have to try and win on Tuesday and hope for the best. Anyway, we've got a corner. See if we can get this third goal that we play it short. Jess Park over on that far side does really well. Plays it back. Oh, a little bit too much on that ball too, Chloe Kelly. But we do pick up again, Chloe Kelly. Surely she was fouled there, but we keep possession. And we get an advantage, but it wasn't an advantage. Well, it might be now because we picked up the ball there. Lauren Hemp's crossing. Oh, no, it wasn't Lauren Hemp's cross, was it? It was. Anyway, Lauren Hemp's on the ball now inside the penalty area. Oh, it was Alex Greenwood with a cross this time. Header comes in at the far post. It was Neve Charles, I think, getting herself forward in there, but wasn't able to get on the end of it. And Ireland have actually defended pretty well for the most part. We're into the last 2.5 minutes. It is England 2, Ireland 0. England are slightly stumbling over the line. And Ireland make another substitution. It is Louise Quinn is coming on for Niamh Fahy, of course, conceded that penalty. And England are making a change as well. It is Aggie Beaver-Jones coming on. And not sure who's going off. You'd imagine it's probably going to be Lauren Hemp. It is Lauren Hemp's going off. She is local to Norwich, of course. And anyway, Aggie Beaver-Jones is coming on for the Lionesses for these last few minutes, the Chelsea striker.
Yeah, Chelsea.
Another Chelsea player coming on, which is never good, is it? But she's a decent player, Aggie Beaver-Jones, actually. She knows where the goal is as well. And, you know, again, another year down the line, a bit more experience for her. Maybe she could be that backup striker that we need. You know, she lacks the experience at the national level. That's the only problem. She needs to get more minutes in these sort of games. I'd have maybe brought her on 10 minutes ago. But anyway, she is on now. She maybe might play a part on Tuesday. But I think this next year, if we do qualify, we have to really use this year now to bed in some new younger players and to look at the team that's going to be able to win a tournament again. I'm not sure this team's quite there. I think there's a couple of gaps in the team that need to be improved on if we're going to retain the Euros. I mean, it would be an incredible effort if we managed to do that. But anyway, we're into the last minute of the 90. It's not been a great game, let's be totally honest.
No,
we're not going to, you know, we can't wrap it up any other way. It's actually been almost as dull as watching the England men's team. But again, it's a win. It's a win, and we'll take the win. And I keep going back to it. This is pre-season for the women still, isn't it? You know, they've had a holiday. They've not been training. You know, the men in the Euros have been different because they finished the season, went straight to the training camp, and they haven't had a holiday yet. Their holidays are going to be at the end after Sunday, whereas the women have been on holiday. These players that you see their Instagram pictures and stuff, they've all been away. They've gone and done their holidays, and now they're still in pre-season, aren't they? So you can see how sloppy it's been. And I'm not going to look too much into it. We've got the job done tonight. Let's see what happens on Tuesday. We are probably going to qualify via the playoffs now, it seems, and we'll have to do the best that we can. Anyway, it's going to be a third goal. Just volleyed wide by Chloe Kelly. There's going to be 4 minutes of stoppage time. We've just gone into that now. And that was a decent move, actually. Niamh Charles' ball in. A volley there from Chloe Kelly. Just dragged it wide of that far post. And a fairly rare shot of goal for England in this second half. And that almost curled in that top corner, but just drifted the wrong side of the post. It remains 2-0. But England are almost over the line in terms of the win tonight. But it looks as though France are going to win as well, which isn't what we wanted, is it? Unless Sweden can find a late equaliser and do us a big favour. But anyway, we're coming forward again. Oh, that's a good ball. Aggie Beaver-Jones over on that far side. Can she get a shot away? Not quite able to. Instead, Georgia Stanway will. Over the top of the crossbar. We've had one or two chances at the end here to get that third goal. Greg says we're relying on Russo as our main striker, and she's only 25 and admits she's still. We are relying on her. Obviously, she's the main player now, isn't she? You know, that's the way it is. Look at the other striking options that we've got, and it's working pretty well because she's scoring a lot of goals for England. But we do need better backup. That was why we did so well in the Euros last time, because we had players off the bench who could come on and make a difference and win us games, and we don't have that same number of options now, do we? Will we by next year? Maybe. I think Serena's got a lot of work to do between now and next summer to get us ready to be really competitive. Yeah, obviously we'll do well in the tournament regardless. You know, we've got very good players. We've got a good manager, and you know, you'd expect us to go far into the tournament. But if we're going to have a chance of winning it again, I do think there's a lot of work to be done by Serena this next year, and let's see if she can do it. Anyway, England coming forward again. Last couple of minutes of stoppage time. Will we get a third goal? Will your prediction be right for once?
Well, we'll for once.
You're not right, are you? Or will Ireland score just to stop?
I didn't say 2-1. I just said 2-0.
You normally say 2-1.
I normally say 2-1. That was a good day.
Alex Greenwood. important tackle as well, because Keenan will look like she might have been in there. She's done well, Keenan. And then Alex Greenwood just tackles her again. I'll tackle you once, I'll tackle you again. I'm not bothered. And that was 2 good tackles there from Alex Greenwood. I mean, at first I was made a bit easy for her by a rather heavy first touch, but anyway, she's done well, Alex Greenwood, tonight for the most part. And we're into the final minute of stoppage time. England are, well, we've won this game. And it's not been a convincing performance, but, you know, I think there's circumstances to that, as we said, and yeah, take the win. And with minimum now, it looks as though we're going to be in the playoffs to qualify. So,
what happens with playoffs? I mean,
well,
you
it
have
will
to
be
play more games.
Yeah, we have to. Oh, Ireland scored! Oh, sloppy right at the end.
No, I didn't say 2-1.
Ireland have scored. They've enjoyed their moment. It's not going to actually make any difference to the final score. It's the substitute Russell that scored. Jaydan Russell, who's got the goal back for Ireland. Not really what we wanted there, was it? A sloppy defense. It was that long throw from Megan Campbell. It was flicked on twice, actually. And she looked offside, in actual fact. When that second header came in, she may have been offside. But anyway, she's just turned it home there. Russell from close range. Nothing much Hannah Hampton could do. And you could say maybe for the way they've kept themselves in the game, Ireland probably deserved that. In fact, that is the last kick of the game.
That's it.
The full-time whistle's gone, and that was it. So it's not a great way to finish the game. And that penalty suddenly now has proved to be decisive, hasn't it? Because that's the winning goal. And we stumbled across the line with that a little bit, didn't we? Maybe they have been watching the men in the Euros. But you don't have to play well; you just have to win. And maybe that's the lesson there, isn't it? You know, you can win without playing well, and that can sometimes be all it takes. But yeah, not a great England performance. But anyway, we got the job done. Greg says terrible marking from the 2 centre backs. Yeah, that was a bit static, wasn't they? And yeah, it was a sloppy goal to concede right at the end. It's not going to make any difference to much at all in the group, is it? You know, we've got the 3 points. We've won the game. It looks as though France have won as well. So we're going to probably finish second. Although, should we suffer a big defeat in Sweden, we might end up finishing third. But which would still be enough for the playoffs, I think, anyway. But yeah, it is what it is. It's a pre-season game, essentially. We struggled, didn't we, actually? After such a bright start, I thought we were going to go on and win that game easily at that point.
You said 5-0.
I did say 5-0. When we got the early goal, I thought we would go on and win 5-0. But yeah, it just didn't happen. We were sloppy. We lacked sharpness. We lacked intensity.
We looked like a team that never played together before.
Yeah, and that's happened a few times lately, hasn't it?
Yeah.
We've looked a bit disjointed. Mm-hmm. And yes, there was a couple of new players in. We changed the defence a couple of times in the game, which never helps. But, you know, we've got our usual front three. They didn't really fire, did they? Yes, the great first goal, but we never really fired after that, did we? You know, we should have a stronger midfield with the players that we've got and how we played. I thought Jess Park had a good game, actually. Mm-hmm. She was probably one of the bright sparks out of the newer players to play in the team. I thought she played well. I thought Maya Letizia had a decent game at right back. Other than that, there's not an awful lot to be too excited about, is it? Obviously, Russo played well when she was on, got a great goal. And, yeah, just a little bit of a frustrating performance, wasn't it? A frustrating performance.
I was expecting a bit better.
Yeah.
Were you?
I think we always expect better because we know how well this team can play.
We've seen them play really well, haven't we? But different players, mate.
It is. I think because of the fact they've been away on holiday, the players, and they're not ready to be at full fitness and full strength.
Get better and better.
Yeah.
We need to qualify first.
It's a funny time to be playing games like this, of this importance, when players aren't long back off holidays and stuff, and that they haven't trained with their clubs. They've gone straight to the England camp from holiday. They've had a week or so together, and that's it. And I suppose in all those circumstances, it was probably going to be a disjointed. I don't think Tuesday night's going to be a much better performance. But Sweden will be in the same situation. France are in the same situation. Ireland are in the same situation. it's a funny time
France
to
are
be
doing
playing
well,
these
though.
games. Yeah, I mean, France are a good team. They've got good
Yeah.
players as well. But, you know, they maybe had a bit of a struggle tonight. They've won the game, the late goal. But, yeah, I mean, I think we have to accept that it is what it is. It's a pre-season game, essentially. And maybe what's going to happen is that, you know, now playing these games here is going to be, these players going into pre-season now are going to be slightly ahead of the players that haven't played. So when the season starts, that they might have a slight advantage. And we've got some players in that group, so maybe it might not be such a bad thing when the season starts. But for now, it's like watching a pre-season friendly in some ways, isn't it? You know, players maybe at 80% of what you know they can produce. And I thought Ireland worked hard tonight. They played well. They lack quality, obviously. We know that they're Ireland. You'd expect that, but you know they worked hard. They gave it their. Well, they got their little bit. They got their moment, didn't they, at the end? Their goal, which would have meant a lot to them, even though it's not going to mean an awful lot to anyone else. And yeah, frustrating game, frustrating performance, but we won. And that's all you can say with, isn't it? Greg says, hopefully they've got rid of the cobwebs and play a lot better against Sweden. Yeah, that's what we've got to hope. Yeah, we've got to hope that. And it was maybe a bit of cobwebs there, wasn't it? I feel a little bit. Greg says, we played a lot of youngsters tonight. I think we'll have a stronger team Tuesday. Well, you say a stronger team, we'll probably have a more experienced team. Whether that's necessarily stronger or not, we'll find out, I suppose. But I think these young players need to play. Over the next year, they need to play because we need to see what they can do in these type of games. You know, that's what we need to do because we're going to need them to be able to step up in the tournament, aren't we? So I was pleased to see them playing tonight, some of them, and I think we need a few more to be playing more minutes over the next year. But let's qualify first before we worry too much about whether or not we can do anything in the tournament. We need to be there.
I wonder what Serena has to.
And we've got work to do to get there still. We have to get a result against Sweden and then win the playoffs. So France did win in the end 2-1 against Sweden. So, yeah, we'll go into the last game 2 points behind. Sweden now 3 points behind us and only 1 goal back. So if we were to lose to Sweden and if we lose by more than 1 goal, we'd end up finishing third with 10 points, which would be a bit of a disaster.
So how many go in the playoffs then?
I think second and third go in the playoffs and first goes through automatically.
Obviously, 40
from our group anyway. I think some groups it's only the first 2 qualify.
Oh, right.
So, but I'm sure with our group, if second and third get in the playoffs,
in fourth is obviously.
But I think if you come second, you get an easier team in the playoffs. Whereas if you come third, you probably get a harder team.
Oh,
so obviously we want to come second if we can't win it and get a slightly easier route through to the tournament. But anyway, you know, we have to get a result on Tuesday now and hope for the best. The players are doing their lap of appreciation to the fans, another big crowd to watch the team. And yeah, we've won the game and everyone I'm sure will go home happy enough that they've seen a victory, even if the game wasn't a great game, that it was quite slow paced. But England won. And that's all.
That's it. On the next one.
Yeah. Which we might not be able to watch, which is a bit annoying.
I know.
I don't know why they can't play 8 o'clock like normal games, but anyway, we'll see. I don't know what's going to happen with that one yet, but England have to win regardless of whether we can watch it or not. They're still going to have to win the game.
Yeah.
And hopefully we will, or at least get a draw to make sure we come second at least, because I can't see, having seen them in the Republic of Ireland tonight, as hard as they worked, I honestly can't see them getting a result against France, which we would need that to be a draw. And then if we win against Sweden, we'd win the group. But I can't see Republic of Ireland good enough to get anything against France, unfortunately. So I think inevitably we're fighting over second place with Sweden on Tuesday. And let's hope that we at least get that, because I think we need to. Greg says, hopefully Serena will play them in the right positions. It was strange playing Mead and him on opposite sides. Yeah, it was strange playing them for as long as they did. I mean, it's happened before in games.
They just swap
they swap around and go back again.
But I don't think we'll see much of Lauren tonight compared to what.
No, we didn't. Well, we didn't see much of Lauren or Beth for that reason, because they were not playing to we didn't play to their strengths, did we?
No.
And yes, they both end up creating the goals that we scored. Beth with that lovely flick for the first goal, and Lauren got fouled for the penalty, but it didn't work, that experiment, did it? And I suppose if you are going to make an experiment, do it in a game like this where we still win against a weaker opposition, I suppose. And then going forward, you think, well, that didn't work. We won't play that again when it matters more. Not that it didn't matter tonight, but you know what I mean? In a game where we could lose against the top opposition, you don't want to mess around with things. And yeah, they're just showing the second goal. I mean, what were Ireland doing there? They just had the chance to get the ball up the pitch, decided to go backwards and conceded a penalty. Just a ridiculous, stupid thing to do, really, wasn't it? I mean, crazy, and then just sort of to the floor. That is a disastrous goal to concede, isn't it? From an Irish.
It was a good penalty.
It was a really good penalty. Yeah, I mean, Georgia Stanway, she quite often goes the other side actually, but she put it in that corner. Greg says Beth is good with both feet. Hemp is 1 foot. Yeah, Hemp is very one-footed. Yeah, she is. And Beth can play on the left, but she's never going to be as effective. And yeah, Lauren Hemp wasn't effective at all on the right because, like you said, she's not. Yeah, it's a bit like when Kieran Trippier has been playing for England on the left. He can't use his left foot, so he's always cutting inside. It was the opposite with Lauren Hemp. She was totally ineffective on that side. But you know, we've won the game, and sometimes you can. Actually, she wasn't offside because Niamh Charles was playing onside for that goal that Ireland scored. She looked like she might have been offside for a minute there, but she wasn't because Niamh Charles was standing there instead of pushing up. But anyway, England have won 2-1. We're going to probably get in the playoffs, qualify through the playoffs. Hopefully, we qualify. But we're going to be in the playoffs. We're going to have to win those games, get through, and then it's going to be a big. Serena's got a big job, I think. Now she has got a big job, not only to get through this qualifying campaign and get there, but next summer as well. If we're going to do well in the tournament, we need improvements. I think the last year, we've got an interview, Jess Park.
Yeah, Jobston, we got the 3 points. Obviously disappointed to have conceded that last goal, but I think, we had lots of opportunities to put the ball in the back of the net, and as a whole, we played well and, happy to get the 3 points.
An opportunity for you tonight. Did you enjoy it out there?
Yeah, I loved every second. I always want to be on the field, so yeah, it was a real good game tonight.
Have you had to be patient? What's that like?
Yeah, definitely, but I'm always ready. I'm always, trying to do whatever I can on the training field to get me on the pitch.
Well, this has set you up now for a crucial game against Sweden. Just how focused are the group on that game now?
Yeah, we're so focused. We've been focused. We've been in prep camps. We've been working really, really hard. And obviously, we just want to get them 3 points.
Excellent, Jess. Thanks so much. Well done.
Thank you.
Well, she played so well.
Jess Park looks like she's about 14 years old, don't she?
Looks so young, doesn't she?
But anyway, she did play well tonight. She was probably player of the match, I would say, over the 90 minutes. She's probably our best player. But yeah, it is what it is. We won the game. Let's just be satisfied with that and look forward.
You have to be.
Yeah, look forward to Tuesday, which we'll have to play better to get the result we need. A draw would clinch second place, and it's good that that's in our hands at least. Unless Ireland can do us a big favour and beat France, who knows? It seems unlikely, doesn't it? Looking at watching the Ireland team tonight, as well as they played tonight, as they gave everything, they just don't have the quality today to get a result against a team like France. So, but yeah, what did you make of it all?
First half was good. Second half, no, not really.
Well, the first half wasn't great, was it?
Not compared to what you're used to, but we still won.
Yeah, we still won, and that's the main thing.
That's the main thing.
Yeah, we are. Next one. We look like it's in our hands to come second.
Definitely got to do better than that.
Yeah.
To get anywhere further forward.
Yeah, we will, and you can see, can't you, in the sort of 18 months before the last Euros, we were playing so well. We were scoring lots of goals. We were beating teams easily, and everything was falling into place. We had a brilliant Euros tournament, won it, playing some great football. And then we had a little bit of a hangover after that, a little bit, didn't we? Which I suppose was understandable. Then we lost some key players, obviously, after the tournament anyway. We then lost some key players of injury afterwards as well. And since the Euros, we struggled, didn't we? We struggled in the World Cup. Yes, we reached the final, but we wasn't convincing in our performances. In the lead up to the World Cup, we didn't play particularly well. And since the World Cup, again, we didn't qualify for the Olympics. We've been a bit hit and miss in this qualifying group. Yes, it's a tough group with France and Sweden in, but we've had some good moments, but we've struggled at times as well. And it's just not flowed in the last 2 years, has it, in the way it did in the 2 years before. So, yes, work needs to be done. We're still a very good team. We're still going to be, if we do make the Euros, which we still should, we're going to be a threat, and we're still going to obviously do well. But it's not quite as good as it was. We're not quite as good as we were. And, you know, we've lost some players. Some are past their best. We've got some young players coming in who lack the experience. So, yeah, it's a little bit of a transitional period, I think, maybe. And, you know, we've got to trust that Serena will eventually get it right, given the opportunity at the time, which I think she's going to be given. But there seems to be a lack of the quality group of players coming through. There seems to be to really take us to that level again. But we'll see. We have got some good players. I mean, I think Jess Park's going to be a really good player for us in the next couple of years. She's going to develop really well. I enjoyed Maya Letizio's performance as well. I think she's got a lot of promise as well. You know, I thought Jessica Nass done well actually when she came on. So let's give her some more time as well in the future games, because I think she deserves more time on the pitch. Yeah, and let's play Beth and Lauren Hemp in their right positions in future games, and that's going to make a difference.
Because them two can make.
They're the match winners, aren't they, on their day? We know that, and obviously Leslie's going to score goals if she's given the chances. So yeah, there's a lot to think about, a lot of work to do, but I think we can improve. I don't think we'll ever reach the heights we did 2 years ago. I don't think we will. I don't think we've got the players to do that now. And I don't think the next group coming through are going to be as good. And I think the WSL and women's football in this country needs to look at that a little bit more. Let's be optimistic. We've still got a great team. We've still got a great manager, and we're still in a good place. We should still qualify, and we should still be able to enjoy another good tournament next summer, shouldn't we? But yeah, I think that the days of expecting this team to turn out and win 5-0 every week, which we used to, are probably gone.
With your score, you mean?
Well, yeah. we used to win 5-0 a lot, didn't we? We used to go and beat teams easily without even thinking about it. Greg says the Kuna girls are the spine of the team. Yeah, they are. They're the best three players, aren't they? Let's be honest.
Do you support Arsenal by any chance?
But no, but it's true. They are the best three players, aren't they? But anyway,
they are.
They are. But yeah, let's hope that they can continue to lead this. Well, we've got the 2 best players in the men's team, and we've got the 3 best players in the women's team. So, you know, not bad, is it? Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you've enjoyed the coverage. I know we've not done a lot on the channel over the last few weeks. I just think, you know, it was very hectic last season, especially the end period of the season, and I needed a bit of a break from it all. But I've been missing you guys, and I've been missing doing the stuff. So, you know, I don't know about Sunday yet. We'll see. We're not going to probably have to watch Tuesday because of the time of the game, unfortunately. But we'll obviously be back soon. We'll have the Arsenal Women's Show coming back very, very soon. And you know, we'll have a load more stuff coming, of course, in the new season for you. So please stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching tonight, guys. It's been great to have your company. If you've enjoyed it, give us a like. Please share and subscribe. Come on, you Lionesses. Let's do it Tuesday. Let's get it done. But of course, before that, the men are going to bring it home. It is coming home for the second time in 2 years. It will be. If we're here on Sunday, join us for that. If not, enjoy the game. And we'll see you very soon. Thanks for watching. My name's Richard. This is Over and Over and Over again. Matchday Live, England 2, Ireland 1. We're nearly qualified for the Euros. See you soon, guys. Take it easy.